Yes, sir.
Good morning and good afternoon for the day. Welcome to the first subject of Group 2, that is Advanced Accounting. Advanced Accounting is a subject which contains first question and the last question compulsorily accounting standards. Accounting standards have huge weightage. Other practical areas, they removed substantially the portion, and compared to maybe 3 years back, they have shifted group advanced issues in partnership to Group 2. Earlier, partnership accounts was there in Group 1. Now they shifted to Group 2. Subject to that, accounting standards are very, very important. Okay, syllabus is very limited, and as I would have told you n number of times, Group 1 accounts is also easy. Group 2 accounts is also easy. But Group 2 accounts, you should be able to score 100 out of 100. The reason being, you would have already undergone 4 examinations. So much of pressure, tension may not be there. Whereas Group 1 first exam, on the pressure, on tension. Because of that, you may lose 1 or 2 marks. Okay, 90, 98, you can get 100 also, but extreme case. Okay, we have seen people constantly, continuously getting 90, 97, 98 regularly. But still, if you still feel that, yes, sir, I want to score the best, Group 2 accounts is the best paper, you should score out of 4. Okay, fine. And for that, let us start accounting standards. As I told in the examination session, okay, suggested answer, the first question noted account standards in that. Last question also account standard. In between account standard for years 20 to 21, consolidated financial statement, other account standards. That is also account standards only. Ready? All of you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Class is the post-noon session. So there is a possibility that teachers also would have developed the technique which they would have learned from the students, where open the eyes and sleep. So it is better you wake the teacher also, so that teacher also doesn't sleep, students also won't sleep. Any idea? Deal?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Deal?
Deal.
Deal, sir. Deal.
Deal. Yes. Yeah. Just to give a brief introduction again. First, all of you, 200 page notebook note special point. First, go through Schedule 3 again. Group 2 nalli Schedule 3 syllabus allilla, exam allide. Okay? Aste. Anaga ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ 12 ಗಂಟೆ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತಾಳೆ. ರವೀಶ್ ಈಗ ಬಂದ. ರವೀಶ್ ಇದಾನಾ? ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಈಗ ಬರ್ತಾನ? ಈಗ ಎದ್ದು ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಈಗ? ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ? ಏನ ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ನ ಬಿಡ್ಲೆ ಅವನನ್ನ? ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅದೇ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳು? ಈಗ ಹೇಳು. ಲೇಬರ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಓವರ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಹೇಳು.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಬೇಡ.
ಬೇರೆ ಎಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಆಹಾ, ಏನ್ ನನ್ನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇರ್ಲಿ. So all of you go through Schedule 3 format again. Group 1 revision class alli ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ, and go through it again, because it is straight away joke hella atra bani. Amalgamation of company is very compulsory question. Consolidation is a compulsory. ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಜನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹರೇ ರಾಮ ಹರೇ ಜೀಸಸ್ ಕ್ರೈಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥಲ್ವಾ? So for that purpose you must go to the format again. Next, write the basic format once more. ನಿಮ್ಮ 200 pages book ಅಲ್ಲಿ you can write that format full. Just to recall, your format of intermediate is in division 1 of Schedule 3, which starts with equity and liabilities on the top, assets down. So Sri Rama and Sita necessary, Deepan Kulkusha Bruto. Sri Rama and Sita necessary for capital, shareholders funds, share application money, pending allotment, non-current liability, current liabilities. Then assets ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನಿಷ್ಠ ಪಕ್ಕ ಏನಿರ್ಬೇಕು? ಎರಡು ಐಟಮ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾವ್ದು? ಒಂದು ನಾನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್, ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್. ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ವೇ ಕನಿಷ್ಠ?
ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ನಡೀತಿತ್ತು.
ಅದೇ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿನ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಆ ಕಳೆ. ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಖತ್ ಕಳೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಮೊದಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಟೀಚರ್ ಸಖತ್ತಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೇನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಖತ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ ಅಂತ ಆತರ ಇರ್ಲಿ. ಅವ್ಳು ಯಾವ ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ವೇನೆ? Non-current asset and current asset. Then Sri Rama and Sita necessary for capital. So Rama used monkeys. share capital, reserves and surplus, money received against share warrant. Long and deferred operation with the help of Lakshman, shortly triumph over Sri Lanka. Long-term borrowings, short-term borrowings. Long-term, what you call the provisions, last item, short-term provisions. Other non-current liability, other short-term liability. Special item under non-current is, but you know, consider deferred tax liability is always non-current. Then trade payable with the micro and small. Okay. Rahul PJ, it's called Banda. Yeah. Micro and small must be disclosed separately. Okay. Micro separately, small separately. Fine. Assets suddenly, non-current assets and what? Fatima. Okay. So non-current asset and what? Current assets. Non-current asset and what? Current asset. How much Fatima is involved in her herself about Shetty sir. So look at her. In her brain, you can see Shetty sir. Can you see? Ashtu involved. She's so nice. So nice of you, ma. I know, but my photo inside your brain is not looking so great. So come back. It's okay. Relax and chill. I know. So with that three better. Now when you talk about the asset side, okay, non-current asset and current asset. PPE, first item, peers, near and dear ones, loved one and all. PPE, non-current investments, deferred tax assets, long-term loans and other non-current assets. Current assets only, citizen insisted test came out Sita with the originality. So C is current investments, Mate, Anjana, ITC, inventories, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalent. Ingmade snuff martare. Snuff for the pudi martare, language. Okay, na? Other current assets. Then P&L account, okay, खाने के लिए क्या चाहिए on Rahul PJ and Papa outside important. Roti. So it's so hot, Apurva. You're hot? Oh, sorry, it's so hot, Apurva.
Yes, sir. It's very hot here.
So because the roti, roti karraga agbidiದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಮುಖ ತರ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು roti, ಲೋಟೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, roti. I really don't know. ಒಂಥರ unwanted happiness ಇದೆ. I don't know why today. Something is there. I don't know. Maybe Kalam impact yesterday na ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನೋ ಒಂಥರ ಓಕೆ ಈ ಸೆಷನ್ ಗಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಸರಿ ಉಗಿದೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮೈ ಲಾಫ್ಟರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ ರೈಟ್ ಸೊ ರೋಟೆ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಅದರ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ದೆನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಋತಿಕ್ ನೋಡಿ ಋತಿಕ್ ಚಾಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಚಿನ್ವೆಗೆ ನಿನಗ ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿ ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಡೂ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಅವ್ನು ಚಾಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡಿ ಈಸಿ ಶೌಟೆಡ್ ಎಟ್ ಯು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ನು ಋತಿಕ್ is about to send. ಇನ್ನು ಕಳಿಸಿಲ್ಲ ಚಿನ್ಮಯ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ದವ್ರು. ಸೊ ರೋಟೆ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಅದರ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ದೆನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ದೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಕಂದ ಏನ್ ಕಂದ ಸಖತ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟ ಹುಡುಗ. ಸೊ ಅಂಡರ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಸಿಪಿಸಿ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ದೆನ್ EFTO ದಟ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ ದೆನ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ PBEET ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಬಿಚ್ಚೋದು ಯಾವುದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಐಟಮ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಐಟಮ್ ಪ್ರತಿಮಾ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊ ಏನೋ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಡ then what you call tax profit after tax then comes discontinuing operations so everything you add that will give you total operation. So your present batch students should be knowing recently final accounts of the models which I love right. Yeah, so when you add then finally EPS. This is the format which all of you must go through before we get into the financial statements. Okay, group accounts are you clear? Fine.
Yes.
Now let's recall again group 1 accounts is what is an accounting standard? Accounting standards are 5 P's: principles, policies, and practices while preparing and presenting the financial statements. So, a topic of accounts which requires a documentation, which requires a guidelines, which requires a yardstick. Our beloved institute, ICI, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, has issued the guidelines. We need to do the accounts accordingly. That has been discussed in detail in the group 1. Other than you have to glance it once. One more point, Mare. Go through basics of AS. Pakadali. Again, they may not ask, but that words are important. Group 2 accounts only quality flow barake. Arshavadan G. Yesralle respect good. Arshavadan G anta. G andre? G andre beda. Even bake bata. Teacher chanagide kano. So, accounts start dash 5 P's. Green peas, kadle, batani, yugadi. Chimay. Peas andre. ಅದು ವರ್ಷಿಣಿ ಗೌಡ ಪೀಸ್ ಅದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪೀಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಅವಳು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಸ್ತೀವಿ ಇದೇನೆ ವರ್ಷಿಣಿ ಗೌಡ್ರ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಪೀಸ್ ಇವತ್ತು ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಯುಗಾದಿ ಅಲ್ವೇನೆ ಓಹೋ ಓಕೆ ಇದು ಮಾತಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಣರೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಗುಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಓಕೆ ರೈಟ್ ಸೊ ಪಿ ಅಂತೇನೋ ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸಸ್ ವೈಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಈ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ RMPD ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ causes why we have accounting standards. ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ? Recognition, measurement, then
Presentation,
disclosure.
disclosure.
Recognition, measurement, presentation, then disclosure.
Disclosure.
The four important terms what we learned in detail in what? Group 1 accounts. Group 1 accounts. Now, let us go with the accounting standards of Group 2 straight away to the point. So first, let me talk about two revenue-related transactions. Most of the account standards are balance sheet related, whereas very limited account standards we have related to P&L. Two straight away that go on the credit side of the P&L, ES7 and ES9. So, what is ES7? What is the title of ES7? Quick, everybody.
Construction.
Construction contract.
Construction contract. Those who are in Bangalore, just come out of the house, you just do like this, you will be seeing the construction going on. 100%. 100%. Alva. Adede, Arshida, but ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಫುಲ್ ನಾಯ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾಯ್ಸ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಊರಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾಯ್ಸೆ. ನಮ್ದು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 12 ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 12 ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಫುಲ್ ನಾಯ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ದ ನೇಮ್ ಅಂತ. ಏನಂತ? ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಲೋನಿ ಅಂತ. ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಲೋನಿ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಅದೇ ಹಂಗಂತ ಹರ್ಷಿತ, ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಅದು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ.
ಹೌದು ಸರ್, ಹೌದು ಸರ್.
ಅಮ್ಮ ಉಗಿತಾರೆ, ನೀನು ಬೇಡ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಒನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯನ್ಸ್ another woman's ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್. Point number 1, you need to go through your intermediate costing. Group 1 again, all of you. Costing ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದಿದೆ. ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
Everything is applicable. Now, I am a building contractor. Apurva says, sir, ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಟ್ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ. There are two examples, concentrate. So, Apurva says, please construct one 3-floored building. They are importing what you call sand from Mongolia, then wood from Bulgaria, then paint from Aria, but what you call the colors from Malaria, something like that. He tells so different things. So specification prakara. So like Bulgaria, what you call Mongolia, then Alia, Ilia, but Puja, but Elru, but Malaria. So she told specifically how to construct the house like this. Second example, matchboxes nodidira. Bangalore tumba ide, apartments. If you have seen the apartment, Reddy garu sakala gottirta allela tumba, Reddy garu land sale maadi apartment purchase madalo Reddy garu. So what they will construct matchboxes. So ella ode ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So when you see that apartment, okay, I think near Orion Mall 1000 units ಇದೆ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ apartment, 1000 units, 900 units, Tata Group, Godrej Group ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So now what is the difference between first one, Shetty sir, okay, building contractor doing one specific building for Apurva, contractee. I am contractor, she is a contractee. Next one is, okay, monthly developers, Raheja developers, country developer, they construct apartment and then they sell. Barkode. Accounting standards. Accounting standards are mainly in relation to balance sheet. Semicolon. Very limited standards are for P&L. P&L. That is Aramasaki. Will you care, Sajira?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Exclusive revenue related. First Aramark. Exclusive revenue related. Puja, ES7, ES9. Correct? Second Aramark, multiple Aramark. Exclusive expense related. Now the idea.
Employee borrowing cost.
Excellent Deepa. ES15. ES15. Employee benefit expense. Employee cost. Where are you?
16.
Borrowing.
Adagudiಲ್ಲ. Not okay. So ES15 ಮಾತ್ರ, ES16 ಅಲ್ಲ. Third Aramark. Exclusive balance sheet related. ಹೇಳಿ.
ES10.
17.
No. Next.
AS4.
21.
No. Next.
Investment.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? Yes, Amara. Yes, 13 can be an answer. Yes, 13 partly P&L account ಬರುತ್ತೆ, but it is mainly balance sheet. Yes, 13 is the better answer.
AS28.
23.
Yes, 28 also is right, but okay. 28 better.
22.
AS 29.
Okay, now exclusive P&L ಅಲ್ಲಿ
Yes,
P&L ಅಲ್ಲಿ wait one ನಿಮಿಷ. Exclusive P&L ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 RMRs ಹಾಕಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ is revenue, ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ is expense. Okay, na exclusive P&L ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2 RMRs ಯಾವುದು? First is revenue AS 7 and 9. Then right side what?
Expense relief.
Exclusive expense.
YouTube ಅಲ್ಲಿ they are listening for the first time to share this. First RMR ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ 2 RMRs. Revenue related AS 9 ಮತ್ತೆ AS 7. Expense related AS 15. Then exclusive balance sheet related ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೀರಾ? ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತೀರಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ asset liability ಅಂತ ಬೇಡ, balance sheet related. So ಅದು ನಂಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ. I think you wrote 13. Then last arrow mark, okay, for both balance sheet and P&L. For both balance sheet and P&L. Yes, one. Disclosure of accounting for this balance sheet related ಬರುತ್ತೆ, P&L account related ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, to inventory valuation, inventory balance sheet ಬರುತ್ತೆ, P&L. So connect. And present batch students also should know the title India Somani. ಗೊತ್ತೇನೆ? Yes, to inventory. ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಂದು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Next, AS3, very beautiful. Presentation of the balance sheet and P&L account in a different format. That is called cash flow statement. Next, AS4, contingencies and events occurring after the balance sheet date. ಅದು ಅದರದೇ. ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ AS4. AS5,
Net profit.
Net profit for the
Net
period.
loss for the period.
Commander,
Prior
this should
period.
come under. This should come under P&L account. Left side only revenue, right side expense. Now connected, right? For both. AS5. ಅದು revenue ಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, expense ಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. I hope you're enjoying the beauty. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು revenue, ಇದು expenses. Net profit or loss for the period. That means P&L credit ಬರುತ್ತೆ, debit ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Prior period can be income ಅಥವಾ expenditure. Next one, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿ P&L account. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Next, AS6 ಇಲ್ಲ, 7 ಏನು?
Construction.
Construction.
Contracts.
AS9 as AS10 PPE and depreciation there. It is mainly balance sheet related. I agree with you. But depreciation is also there, ತಾನೆ? Deepika, ಮತ್ತೆ ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳಿದಂತೆ ನೀವು ಪಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡ. Yeah. So, right? ಯಾವುದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು?
AS10.
AS10.
Mainly balance sheet, semicolon. Depreciation, profit bar loss, P&L, which is the bracket. ಈ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್. ಒಂದ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರೋದು ಅರ್ಧ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes.
ರೈಟ್. ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಗುರುರಾಜ್ ಎದ್ದೇಳಪ್ಪ, ನಿಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಚಾ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡೆ ಪ್ರಕೃತಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಸಿವ್ AS11 ಏನು?
Government
Terms of changes in foreign exchange rates.
ಅಕ್ಕ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅಪೂರ್ವಕ್ಕ. ಓ ಅಪೂರ್ವಕ್ಕ ಬೀಳೆ 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 ಫುಲ್ ಬೀಳೆ. ಸೊ AS11 ಫಾರೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ P&L. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದು AS5 ಕೆಳಗೆ AS11 ಬರೀ ಮೇನ್ಲಿ P&L. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ AS12 ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗ್ರಾಂಟ್. ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, P&L ಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಸೆಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 13 is mainly balance sheet. Allu profit or loss on sale will come to P&L, but it is mainly balance sheet. Really. Next 14 amalgamation. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Amalgamation ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಮೂವಿ ಪೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಪ್ಪ. Amalgamation ಏನು? Amalgamation
Exclusive balance sheet.
Exclusive balance sheet. Very good. P&L account amalgamation ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Exclusive balance sheet ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ. All of you writing properly?
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
There are 3 RMRs. P&L ಅಲ್ಲಿ revenue expense. Now I connected. Exclusive balance sheet, then related to both P&L as well as balance sheet. समझ में आ रहा है? AS14 is related exclusive balance sheet. 15 we have written expense. 16 borrowing cost till it is ready to use, it has to be capitalized. After that is charged to P&L. That means last arrow. Balance sheet ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ದೀಪಾ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ?
Yes, sir.
Next, ಎಲ್ಲೋದು ದಿವ್ಯ ದೀಪ ಬಂದ್ರು ಹೊರಟ್ರಾ? Next. So AS16, then AS17.
Segment report.
Segment report.
Balance sheet, Pradyumna, And balance sheet segment madaku P&L ಮಾಡಬೇಕು last term both last term year 17 segment reporting. Swapna is still missing Harshita and Rashmi. Next, yes, 18 related party disclosure. The mainly disclosure notes to council last laki. It can be balance sheet related, it can be P&L related disclosure. Remuneration paid to the managing director to disclose. Okay, if there is a loan transaction with the related party, also disclose. Are you catching?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you have to connect it. Next, yes, 19 lease. Finance lease, operating lease, both P&L and balance sheet last time. Yes, 20.
Earnings
Per share.
Yes.
ಅದು exclusive P&L connection ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ connection ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ yes 20. Because revenue minus expense ಮಾಡಿ earnings ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹರ್ಷವರ್ಧನ್ ಅವರೇ. ಅದರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ EPS. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? Earning per share. Yes 20. Next 21. Consolidated financial statement include ಋತ್ವಿಕ್ ಅವರೇ P&L account answer. ನೀವು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಓದಿದ್ದು P&L account ಮರ್ತೇ ಬಿಟ್ಟು. So exclude the last column only, last. Both balance sheet and P&L. 22. See, there only.
Accounting.
P&L. Deferred tax asset comes in balance sheet. Balance sheet and P&L. Correct alva? Anjana avare. 22 ಅಂತ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೀವು. 23. Yes,
Investment
23.
in associates.
Accounting for investment in associates. ಇದನ್ನ exclude the balance sheet ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. Balance sheet syllabus ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು. Yes, 24. Shall we continue?
Discontinuing operations.
Discontinuing operations. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ last one. Balance sheet and P&L both you can discontinue. Next, yes, 25. IFR.
Interim financial report.
IFR is nothing but financial reporting for less than a year. So that's also balance sheet and P&L. Both exclusive. Both last year. 26. Intangible assets. ಅದು AS10 ಪಕ್ಕ ಬರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ AS10 ಬರೆದಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು?
Last term.
Last term ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಮಾರ್ಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. AS26 ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಸಾಗರ ಗ್ರಹ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮೇನ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಮಾರ್ಟೈಸೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ P&L. 27 ಏನು ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ಗೆ P&L ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. at least ಫೈನಲ್ ಈಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಪಾಪ ಕೆಲವರಿಗೂ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವೇನ್ರೋ. ಜಾಯಿಂಟ್ ವೆಂಚರ್ when you do consolidated balance sheet that will come in balance sheet. P&L ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 28 impairment of assets. ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಾ? It is mainly impairment of assets, mainly balance sheet, but it's taken to P&L. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. Next, yes, 29. ಏನಿದೆ provisions, contingent liabilities and contingent assets. ಅದು exclusive balance sheet. No doubt ಅದು P&L provision ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, but it is exclusive balance sheet. Second arm mostly. Now at least you understood which standard has got more connection to P&L balance sheet. This chart has helped you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now next. Yes 7. Next yes 7 and yes 9. ಅದೇನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇದೆ. yes 7 and yes 9. 2 RMRs. Shetty sir double S. ನೀವು ಸ್ವೀಟಿ ಸರ್ ಸರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ SS ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಸಾಕು. ಇದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಸ್ಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಡಬಲ್ S ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅದಿತಿ ರಾವ್ ಟರ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನ್ ರಬೀಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಪೂರ್ವ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿ. You know that construction of a building as per specific requirement of customer. Yes 7. So when he specifically asked to construct, that is yes 7. Below that covers building, roads, flyovers, dams. Building ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂತ ರೂಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. It can cover any asset. Building, then what, Anjana?
Roads.
Flyovers, dams.
flyovers, dams, then huge machineries, plant and machinery. BHL, BL, and huge. It will be there for what you call almost around half a kilometer machines. I'm serious. Machines construction, but ನೀವು ಇನ್ನು ಪಾಪ ಕಳ್ಳೆಕಾಯಿ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೋಡಿ ₹20 ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲೊಮ್ಮೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಾ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾರಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದು ಬಿಗ್ ವಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅದು ನೋಡಿದಿರಾ ವಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಥವಾ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಿಂಡ್ ಮಿಲ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ ವಿಂಡ್ ಮಿಲ್ ನೋಡಿ ತಿರುಪತಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡುತ್ತೆ ಈ ತರ ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಹಂಗೆ ನೀವೊಮ್ಮೆ ನೇತಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬನ್ನಿ ಆಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪವರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ ನೇತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವೇ ನೇತಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಓಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅದು
Huge machine.
Yeah, below that only AS7, below that only POCM, percentage of completion method. Percentage of completion method for RR. Triple R alla. RR ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ರಚನಾ R MSR ಹೇಳೆ. Revenue.
Yes, 9 sir.
Percentage POCM is the only method for revenue recognition. Next, POCM is equal to percentage of completion method. Present batch ಅವರಿಗೆ 60% 80% ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ 100% ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು is equal to cost incurred till date divide by cost incurred till date. Again, very Sagaragara, cost incurred till date plus further estimated cost to complete. That will become total cost. Anjana. Appudiya, na chonne ni KT anta. So which is the bracket? Enra Vika. Super Tamil chula. Which is the bracket? Cost incurred till date plus what?
Further estimate.
The estimated cost.
Estimated cost of completion, close the bracket. And then total cost into 100. So I have a building contractor. She has given me 3-floor construction. 31st March, assuming I spent 60 lakh rupees. Total estimated cost is 100 lakh. That means job completed 60%. I should recognize 60% of the revenue as my income. Simple. Tumba easy. Accounting standards are very, very easy. And ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕಲಿರಿ. Don't learn beyond that. Don't learn something extra. ಅಧಿಕ ಪ್ರಸಂಗ ಬೇಡ. It's not like income tax. Income tax how much ever you learn extra is not enough. Illi, if you learn more, you are wasting your time and causing damage to your marks also. Okay? ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕಲಿರಿ. Conceptually be clear. Caps regular material, maybe revision material, but the problems are I say, but nothing else need to be done. Nothing else. So below that, example, cost till date. Cost till date 120 lakh. Further cost 40 lakh. Revenue ಇದು 4 mark question. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್, ಜಲ್ಲಿ, ಸಿಮೆಂಟ್, ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನೆನಪಿಲ್ವಾ? ಮಾಡಿದ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಪಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಓವರ್ ಹೆಡ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟಾಕ್. ಓಕೆ, so cost till date 120 lakh, further cost 40 lakh. Contract revenue, the contract price agreed 200 lakh. Next line, POCM ಅಥವಾ percentage ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಬಹುದು. Percentage of completion method. POCM is equal to ಎಷ್ಟು? Beck
70.58%.
120 divided by 120 plus 40. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
75%.
ಎಷ್ಟು 70 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಏನೋ ಬಂದಂಗಿತ್ತು. 120 whole divided by 1 second. Are you writing properly? Revision class allo you want me to write 120 divided by 120 plus you know 40. ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ 120 plus 40?
160.
60.
1 divided
160.
into 100. 120 divided by 160 into 100 is equal to 75%.
75%.
Kick the P&L account. Small P&L account. Padima. To cost incurred 120 lakh. By revenue 200 lakh into 75%. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಏನಾದ್ರು? Whatever the revenue agreed, stay 75%. 150 lakh. Debit side ಅಲ್ಲಿ to profit. ಎಷ್ಟು? Yeah. Now some of you are thinking, I am new better ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇವರು ಕಾಪಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. So by revenue in my 150 to expenses 120 to net profit is to 30 lakh. Everybody understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Special point below that. Only in AS7. This is special point. Only in AS7. Ella left alle bariyedi. Para 35. Only in AS7. Priyanka, para 35. That's it. Make provision for FOL. Make provision for ಯಾವಾಗಿಂದ ಸಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಶುರು ಆಗೋದು ಪ್ರತಿಮ್ನ
ಏನ್ ಸರ್
ಯಾವಾಗಿಂದ ಈ ಸಿಕ್ನೆಸ್ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ IPL ಆಪಿಲ್ IPL ಯಾವಾಗ
30% ಇಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ನನಗೆ
ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮನೆ ಟಿವಿ ಇದೆಯಾ
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಆಚೆನೆ ನೋಡಿ
ಆಚೆನೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಆಚೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀನು ಹೇಳಿದ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಚೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಕಪ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವ್ನ ಮನೇಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಮನೇಲಿ ಆಚೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆ ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ವಿಂಡೋ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತಂತೆ ಏನೋ ಮೂವನ್ ಸೊ ಬೈ ಬರೀ ಸೊ ಏನದು
Make provision.
make provision for FOL, future operating loss. Future operating loss. Next example. Cost till date 280 lakh. 280 lakh. Comma 80% completed. 80% completed. They would have followed some other method to do it. 80% completed. 80% completed. Revenue. Ali. Revenue 300 lakh. 300 lakh. Next. Further cost of completion. Cost of completion 30 lakh. Draw a small P&L. Hello, good listening.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cost till date is to 280 lakh. By revenue 300 lakh, 80%. They would have used some other mechanism to check how much percentage is completed. 300 lakh into 80%, 240 lakh.
240 lakh.
So now P&L account continues, sir. Leave 2-3 lines and write to provision for future operating loss. To provision for future operating loss within the bracket 20 lakh minus 30 lakh is equal to 10 lakh. I think you understood. For those who are not understood, I say. How much is the cost till date?
280 lakh.
80 lakh.
See, 80% they would have given a weightage because some damage would have been there. Contract costing you would have seen retention money, work certified, work uncertified. So based on that, they are set. Now 20 lakh rupees the balance revenue available. 280 lakh already spent. So 300 lakh is the revenue. But getting that 300 lakh, how much you would spend further?
30 lakh.
I'm sorry, for earning 20 lakh extra, how much you spend for that, Fatima?
30 lakh.
Provision for future operating loss. Normally, future and the accounts now we'll never discuss. This is the only place where tomorrow, if I'm going to suffer a loss, I need to make a provision nowhere else. That's why I said only AS7. So now in the P&L account, come back again. By revenue, how much you return?
40 lakh.
40 lakh.
To a cost is down.
280 lakh.
80 lakh.
So, but two lines, the capital 240 with the 280, you correct with a pencil. And right, 40 lakh actual loss. 240 lakh is the revenue, 280 lakh is the cost incurred. That means 40 lakh is the actual loss. Next, to provision for future operating loss is to 20 lakh pane ke liye 30 lakh out to spend. That's why 10 lakh is the loss. 10 lakh is the provision for future operating loss. Next line, therefore to get lost, 30 lakh. To net loss, 30 lakh baralva. 20 lakh is the actual loss, 10 lakh is the future provision model. Artha aita elrige?
Yes.
Yeah. Next, these are the practical aspects of AS. But the theory we go through. Now coming to the right side, completely right side. Matchbox body. Apartment ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ತರ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಬಾಲ್ಕನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದೀಪಿಕಾ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡ್ತಾವಳೆ ಓಕೆ ಸೊ ಯು ರೈಟ್ Raheja bar country bar monthly developers. Godrej properties, just hundreds of property estates are there. Raheja bar monthly bar Godrej properties. Construct 100 units in an apartment and then sell to the customers, to the newly found customers. Look at my language for better understanding. To the newly found customers. Within the bracket, some advance booking may pre-exist. ಕೆಲವರು ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಗೋ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಬುಕಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಕೊತಾರೆ ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ may exist. Know the bracket. Example, ಅದು example 1 ಪೂರ್ತಿ example 2 ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಮ್ಮ ಹುಷಾರಾಗಿರೋ ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ
Yes, sir.
ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ example 2 ಏನು Ratan Textiles manufactures 100 shirts and sells. Look at the beauty of my examples, if you appreciate. Manufactures what? Madan Reddy Garu? 100 shirts and sells to the new customers, newly found customers. Previous example, but this example, dot connection Chaitra. ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರೀ ನಿಮ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬರ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ತಮಿಳಲ್ಲಿ என்ன ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ இருக்கு எழுதிருக்கியா ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಂಚಿನ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂತೀರಾವ್ ಸೊ ಎಂಚಿನ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆನೆ ಬರ್ದ್ಯಾ ಏನ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರ್ದೇನೋ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯಾರು ಬಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ ಯಾರು ಏನ್ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಲೋ ದಟ್ AS9 applies for both. AS9 applies for both. That is P&L account. The AS9 alalla account start you tale kettogutte. When you understand like this, it will become chiller. You will draft AS9 draft nododu ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇದು ಅಂತ. But if you go by the example like this, AS9 ಇಷ್ಟೇ life ಇಷ್ಟೇನೆ ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟನೇ ಅಂತ. So P&L account by trading P&L account Pooja Muddo Rema to purchases by construction expense, manufacturing expense on 30. ನಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮ್ಯಾನುಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಚರಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಸೇ 100 units ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅಥವಾ P&L ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಹರ್ಷವರ್ಧನ್, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಬೆಟರ್. ಬೈ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ES9 ಸೇ 80 ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ 80. ಸೋ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಅಂಜನಾ. ಇದೇ ಥಿಯರಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು 4 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ES9. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ES2, ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ES2 ಸೇ ಆಫ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬಾರ್ಸ್ ಶರ್ಟ್ಸ್. ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. Did you enjoy the examples, Baba? I didn't explain much. I thought these two examples would have made it clear. ES7 versus ES9. ES9 ಅಲ್ಲಿ you are manufacturing or constructing the building. What is left out is the closing stock. ES7 ಅಲ್ಲಿ there is a specific customer. ಅವಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಅಪೂರ್ವ, that's the reason why I gave it. It's not for ಮಂಗೋಲಿಯಾ ಟೈಲ್ಸೇ ಬೇಕು, ಬಲ್ಗೇರಿಯಾ ಪೇಂಟೇ ಬೇಕು, ದೆನ್ ಮಲೇರಿಯಾ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡೇ ಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಲಿಯಾ ಬರಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಮಗು ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬಿಸಿ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ what you call it, she wants the specification. Whereas when it comes to the Raheja, they construct, if you see in all apartments, you 2-bedroom house ಇದೆ, well, ಒಂದೇ ತರ ಇದೆ. There is slight alteration vastu purpose, some specific customer with file, but basic pillar ತೆಗೆದು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಬಾವಿ ತೆಗೆದು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ತೆಗೆದು ಬಾವಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ. If you tell all this, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪಿಲ್ಲರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಸೊ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ the building construction of Raheja builders is nothing but a textile. There is no difference. I manufacture textile, then look for the customer. They construct apartment, then they look for the customer. That it being a capital transaction, huge money, they may go for advanced booking, etc. That's a marketing technique. Even new textiles, now I can tell one of the manufacturer of t-shirt, I want this t-shirt to be manufactured with no plastic, but that's also like a construction. I hope you're appreciating it. Everybody understood?
Yes.
Appreciating.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
You're
Yes, sir.
appreciating?
Fully appreciating, sir.
You're fully appreciating. Next. So below right side, Deepika, correct everything you should appreciate. Okay? Right.
Yes.
Appreciate kade. Complete to be the last one. Yeah, know. Below right side. ES9, 3 RMRs. First one, sale of goods. ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾರೋದು. ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಿಯಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಒಂದು 4-5 ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಡ್ರಾಪ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೆಡಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಂತ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಇನ್ನು ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅದು ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್, ಅದ್ರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಸೋಗ, ಹೋಗದಿರೆಲೋ ರಂಗ ಬಾಗಿಲಿಂದಾಚೆಗೆ. ಏನು ಸೋಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ ಲಿಪಿಕಾ?
Sale of goods act.
ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ 1930.
1932.
ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಓದಂಗಿದ್ಯಾ?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
ರಾಜೀವ್ ಸರ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ರಾಜೀವ್ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರು ಓದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾವು ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ 1930. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ಡ್ when risk and reward, commas. ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲೇ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಅಕ್ಕ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಭಟ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್. Risk and reward are transferred. If you remember, okay, this example I would have want to hold for risk. I am a seller of vegetarian anda. Vegetarian chicken, hen would have eaten vegetable, then it will give vegetarian anda. Now Rachana comes to my shop, sir, give me anda. So I'll give the anda, vegetarian anda, okay, pure vegetarian anda. And she gives me the money. She tells, I got takkali puja bandu ting madutare. All andas omelette agbiduತ್ತೆ. So they all fall off and go. So risk is already transferred. Should I recognize it as a sale? Yes or no? Answer is yes. First, consider. Next, I would have I am a vegetarian anda seller. It is somewhere inside the godown. Okay, Deepika is my employee. So customer comes, I tell Lipika go and ತಗೊಂಬಂತ. ಅವಳು ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ, ಹಂಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಓಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. Before reaching the customer, risk is transferred or not?
Not sir.
Bharat, for transfer of risk. So if risk and reward are transferred, recognize as a revenue. If it is not transferred, you should not recognize the revenue. Second remark. Rendering of services. So yes, rendering of services. Rendering of services. 2 RMRs. First one, complete CCM, completed contract method. Revenue recognize ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಓದಿ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ವಾಂತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ. ಇತ್ತಾಗದಿದ್ರು ವಾಂತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ CCM or right side POCM. ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. POCM. ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಿವಿಯಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಅವರು ಏನು?
Percentage of completion
method.
Next sentence, quick. I don't want to ask the question. I want you to ask the question and answer, or answer directly. Quick.
Who are you?
Who are you? And ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ಪನಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. Who are you ಕೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ. Next.
F1 not applicable.
Okay, what did you write? Then read what? Second error, read.
POCM.
Yes, second error mark.
Rendering of services, 2 error marks. Left side, completed contract method CCM or POCM.
Correct. Or that means either you can go by CCM or you can go by POCM. There are 2 options given to you. Alva. Tell me next.
Disclose.
Very good, Skanda. Excellent. Where's the point? Real batch. Whenever there are 2 options given, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಅರ್ಷಿತಾ ಭಟ್ರ, ಹರ್ಷವರ್ಧನ್ ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಟೈ ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಜ್ವರ ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು. How many times I told you, whenever there are 2 options given in accounting standards, you should disclose which option you have followed. You are walking in the street with one right side and left side. You should tell who is your wife, who is your ex-girlfriend. You have to disclose. ಇಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ? So ಈಗ ಹರ್ಷವರ್ಧನ್ on the way opposition ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, whom should he apply? ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅವನು. Ex-girlfriend he can apply. Wife how can he apply? So you need to disclose when there are 2 options. Connect and write. Since there are 2 options, ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? Disclose the option selected. Which option you have selected? Disclose. And real batch or why you are repeatedly missing this kind of important points? Have I not stressed on this point? Have I not told n number of times? And he said, or Archita Batra. ಏನು ಸರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ಆದಂಗಿದೆ?
ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಸರ್. ಈಗ
ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂರ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದು? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. So disclose the option selected. Now you write if you want. Rendering of services ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ 2 options. Intensely ಬರ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. 2 options. But when I say either CCM or POCM, Harshavardhan, is it not the option given to you? So either you should go for complete contract method or you should go by percentage completion method. So below that, example. SPAC, firm SPAC, internal audit to Fatima Bakeries. Fatima, late at the ಎಷ್ಟು ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಬರೋ ಟೈಮ್?
ಸರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋದಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತದೆ.
ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋದಂಗೆ ಆದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಲೈಟ್ ಆಗೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾ?
UPS ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ಲೈಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಯಾ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಏನದು? ಸೊ ಏನದು?
Internal audit.
When?
Example, SPAC, internal audit to Fatima Bakeries.
Fatima Bakeries. Revenue agreed 40 lakh. Commenced on 1st January 23. Completion date 30th April 23. Name, nature, date. ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಿದೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 30th April ನೈಟ್ ನೆನಪಾಡ್ರು, ನೈಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ? ET ಮಾಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು CA ಫೈನಲ್ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನೆನಪಾಡಿ, ಸಖತ್ ಮಜಾ ಇದೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೊಂದು ಮಜಾ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಹುಳ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಮಲ್ಕೋತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ 30th April ಹರ್ಷವರ್ಧನ್ ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟವರೆಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಸಾಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಸಖತ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. 30th April 23. ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟವರೆಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತರ ನಾನು ತರ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ಬರೀ ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು. 30th April 23. 23. Yeah. How much is the revenue I said?
40.
40 lakh. Revenue of rupees 40 lakh in the books of SPAC and the CA firm. In the books of Shetty sir firm, Daki. SPAC for such service contract. Now, chart accountant, sale of articles modadala, sale of tomato modadala. What are we doing? Arshita and Rishmi? We are giving services. We are entering services. 2 hours. Option 1, Priyanka. Option 1, CCM. If I go with CCM, below the right, recognize the entire 40 lakh on 30th April 23. Everybody is understanding? May 23?
Yes, sir.
30th April. All of you. Previous batch will be clear 100%.
Yes, sir.
Present batch also should be able to understand reasonably and subject. There are easy provisions. 30th April 23 in the bracket. Chaitanya, financial year 23-24. Accounts only financial year. Income tax only matra previous year. Income tax only, confusion. Current year itself is previous year. Alva, current year itself is what? Previous year. Something like Pradyumna marries nurse, apni biwi ko sister bulana padta hai. Alveno, atara. So, what is that? Which is the bracket? Financial year, Dipa 2024. Or right side, POCM. POCM. 2 RMRs. 31st March 23. Say 75% complete. If you go by months, 75% mathematics solve knowledge is there. 75%. Kandavare, 4 ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 3 ತಿಂಗಳಾಗಿದೆ. 3/4 ಎಷ್ಟು? 75%. ಅಲ್ವಾ? 75% complete. ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಆರ್ತಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ? ಫಾರ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ? ರೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಆರ್ತಿ ಮೇಡಮ್? ರೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಬರ್ರಿ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ. ಪಾಪ ಅವರು ಬಿಜಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮೇಡಮ್. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅದು? 40 lakh into 40 lakh into 40 lakh into 75%, 30 lakh. And right side, 30th April 23, balance 10 lakh. 40 lakh into 25%. Is it not easy?
Yes, sir.
Below that, greening calibre, AS7, only POCM. AS7 only POCM ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Semicolon. AS9, 2 options only for service contract. This is the bracket. US batch students also refer 43 AA and ICDS. Income computation and disclosure standards. 43 AA and ICDS. Ali, the income tax and bharat just touch make and notes only both regular notes only. Cannot disturb with that. All of it comfortable with the second option. First yavado sale of goods. Next one is the rendering of service. Last one, third remark. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಸ್ತಿನ ಬೇರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಸು ಬೇರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ. ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸಸ್. This is Deepa. Use of enterprise resources by others. Yielding IDR. Anjana, I have not told you, you don't try. I'll tell you now. IDR is Industrial Development and Regulation Act. Allah. Yielding 3 RMRs. Interest, ಬಡ್ಡಿ. ಏನ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳ್ರ? ಬಡ್ಡಿ. ಸಕ್ಕತ್ತಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ಅವ್ರ ಮಗ ಇವ್ರ ಮಗ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಮಗ ಆ ತರ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ. ಸೊ ಸಕ್ಕತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ. ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅದ್ರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಆರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ರೆಕಗ್ನಿಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆನ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಬೇಸಿಸ್. ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಟೈಮ್ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So time proportion basis. Second RMR, dividend. ID, dividend. Recognized when RR, when declared. When the company declares it, not when proposed. Declared ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿ within the bracket, not when proposed. Propose ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಈಗ ತೋರ್ಸಕ್ಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ law also has changed. Earlier propose ಮಾಡುವಾಗ provision ಮಾಡೋ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾರಿಗೋ, ಮದುವೆ ಆಗೋದು ಯಾರಿಗೋ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ದೇಶ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದರ ನಂತರ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ. ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದ್ರ 10 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ. ರಾಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವ್ನ ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಎಲ್ಲೋದಾ ಇದ್ದ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋದ ಟೀ ಕುಡಿತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಕುಡಿತಾ ನೀವ್ ನೋಡಿ ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ 40 ವಿಸ್ಕಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಬಂದಂಗಿದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ನೋಡಿ ಅವ್ನ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಋತಿಕ್ ನೋಡೋ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಕಣ್ಣಿಟ್ಟು ನೋಡೋ ಕೂನೋಸ್ ನಿಮ್ ಲವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅವ್ನ ಕಣ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋ ಋತಿಕ್. ನೋಡ ಕಣ್ಣಲ್ಲಿ ಕಣ್ಣಿಟ್ಟು ನೋಡ ನೋಡು ನೋಡ ನಿನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಕತೆಗೆ. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೀಪ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ. ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಸೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳ. ನೀವು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಅಪಾಸ್ಟ್ರಫಿಯಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಮುನಿಯಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಯಾಕ ಏನೋ ಇವರು 3 ಬ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಪೇಡ್ say ₹2 per brick. 2 per brick. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಮತ್ತೆ is royalty. Below that RR in RR ಅಂದ್ರೆ
Revenue
recognition as per terms of agreement. ಸಂಗೀತಾ ಓ ಸಂಗೀತ ಪಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಫೋಟೋ ಹಾಕಿದ ನಿಂದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಡೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಳಂತ BMS ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಮುಂದೆ ನೀನು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದೆ. 3rd ಫೋಟೋ ಹಿಂದೆನದು ಅದೇ ಸಂಗೀತ ಮಧುಮಿತ ಇದ್ರು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ. ನಿಮ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೇಟ್ಸಾ? BMS ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಹಾಕಿತ್ರಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ ಟಾಪ್ ಸ್ಕೋರರ್ ಅಂತ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ನಾನು ಬರೆಯೋಣಂತಿದ್ದೆ, ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣೆ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡು, ಬಡ್ಕೊ ಏನದು ಏನೋ ಒಂದು
terms of agreement.
as per terms of agreement. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಹಾಕಿ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಇಷ್ಟೇ. Look at me. AS9 has got 3 revenues. Sale of goods, risk and reward transfer. Services, 2 options. Use of enterprise resource by others. ಇದೇ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಹರ್ಷವರ್ಧನ್ ಜಿ, ಅರ್ಚಿತಾ. Use of enterprise resource by others. It looks funny but perfect words. I love this language. ನನ್ನ ಆಸ್ತಿನ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. So interest, I have my money. I give it to you, bankers. You use my money for which you give me interest. Look at the beauty. Interest ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೋದು? ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬಡ್ಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರ ಮಕ್ಕಳ್ರ. So you use my money for which you give me interest. That is called interest. Next, I have money. I invest in company. Company uses my money for which they give dividend. Next, Pradeep has a land. His land anna Muniyamma ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. Muniyamma extracts bricks from Pradeep's land. For that she gives, that is called royalty. Royalty should be as per terms of agreement. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yes, sir.
ಅದರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರೀ, ಕೆಳಗೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಹಾಕಿ, ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಬರೀ. ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಬಿಲೋ AS9. 2 important standard. 100%. Either both of them or one of them will come. 100%. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡಿ, ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Theoretical concepts are more theory questions sir, with little bit small kanji problems in both. ಇಲ್ಲಿ
ಸರ್ ಇದಾಯ್ತಾ ಸರ್ ಟೇಬಲ್? ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸರ್. ಹೀಗಿದೆ ಸರ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಫ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ.
AS9 ಕೆಳಗೆ 3 RMRs. 3 RMRs ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್.
ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ಇನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಬರೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್. ಏನದು ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ಗೌಡ್ರೆ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರಾ? ಆಗೋಯ್ತಾ ಅಂತ? ಆಗೋಯ್ತಂತ, ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಹಾಕಿ. ಏನಂತ ಪ್ರತಿವ್ನ ರೈಟ್. ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹೋದದು ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಿಕಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ನಾಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್. ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮುನಿಯಮ್ಮ. ಮುನಿ ಅಂತ ಬರೀ. Agreement dash ₹2 per brick. ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ₹20 per brick ಆಯ್ತು. ನೀವು ಬೇಜಾರಾಗಿ 20 per brick. Minimum/deed rent. Minimum rent ಅಥವಾ deed rent 2 lakh rupees to ಅಲ್ಲಿ ₹2 per brick ಇರ್ಲಿ ಕಣ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ₹2 per brick ಇರ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕು. 20 ತೆಗೆದು ₹2 ಮಾಡಿ. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ರೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಡೀಡ್ ರೆಂಟ್ rupees ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದೆ? 1 lakh. ಈಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ 1 lakh. ರಕ್ಷಿತ್ 1 lakh. ರೀಕೂಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ. Recoupment of short working. First 3 years only. Sometimes the language ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Next 3 years ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. First 3 years ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay. First 3 years only. Next. Bricks extracted. 1 by 1. First year 40,000. Second year 45,000. Third year 60,000. Fourth year 70,000. Fifth year 20,000. Simple table. Beautiful topic is concept. Become a legal ತೆಗೆದಿದಾಗ first year, first column, key column, year. Next, number of units extracted. Next, royalty. In the column A, next column B. C is equal to B into ₹2. C is equal to B into 2. Next, minimum rent. D. Therefore, royalty income E is equal to C or D, whichever is higher. Next, short working is equal to what is F? F is equal to D minus C. Next, short working recouped. ಇದನ್ನ 1 by 1 ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. ಲೈನ್ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಜಾಗ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ರೀಕ್ಯೂಬ್ಡ್ ಅದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಕಾಲಮ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಇಯರ್, then number of bricks, then royalty C is equal to B into ₹2. Next, minimum rent, then royalty income E is equal to C or D, whichever is higher. Okay, which is higher, like a star haki. Next, short working. Next, short working recouped alva?
Yes, sir.
Idu A B C D E F G alva last one.
Sir.
Yeah. Year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fast. Number of bricks ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ?
40,000, 40,000,
40,000, 45,000,
60,000,
60,000,
70,000 and 20,000.
20,000. Next column into ₹2 ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಬೇಗ.
80,000, 90,000, 1,20,000, 1,40,000, 40,000.
Everybody got it?
Yes, sir.
Next column ಏನು?
minimum rent.
Minimum rent 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh in all the 5 columns. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಆಸ್ ಪರ್ ಇವನೇನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಏನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಪ್ರದೀಪ್ ಇದ್ದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಲಡಸೆ ರುಚಿಗೆ given it for extracting bricks. He says every brick extract I'll give ₹2. So he said, okay, you enters into the agreement and he goes to South Africa and settles. Neither Pradeep is getting the income, nor actually is allowing others to do the extraction. Then Pradeep puts extra clause saying that whether he extract or not, from today, 1 year, I'll give time, 1 year only 1 lakh minimum per lakh. So if you want to extract more, you extract. If you extract lesser, you have to give me 1 lakh rupees minimum rent. Artha the concept.
Yes.
Minimum number is per lakh. This is called minimum rent. That's deed rent. Is to 1 lakh. 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Next year, no.
Royalty.
That column, actually, just hold it. Next column,
Short working.
Short working.
working is equal to D minus C. C minus
D minus C.
It's the first column is now
20,000. 20,000.
1
20,000.
lakh minus 80,000.
80,000.
First column 20,000. Next column.
10,000.
10,000.
Next column.
19.
Dash. Agodilla. Dash. So I repeat 20,000, 10,000 dash flower bracket. 3 ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ. Fourth year dash. Fourth and fifth year ಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು NA. Agreement ಪ್ರಕಾರ third year beyond short working recover ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. That's why it is waste. Even if there is a fifth year ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೂನು it is waste ಅಂತ ಪ್ರತಿರಾಜ್ ನಾವು ಪಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Beautiful example to understand the concept. So I repeat, those are not understood. He said short working can be recouped within how many years?
3 years.
3 years.
I said first 3
3
years.
years.
Sometimes the language will be it can be recouped in next 3 years. That means 10th year ಆಗಿದೆ 11, 12, 13 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 14th year 15, 16, 17. You have to observe the language. Are you understanding, Baba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Yes,
sir.
So first year 20,000, next year 10,000, third year dash flower bracket. That's it. Fourth year, fifth year dash. Adu barode. Sorry, fifth, sixth year, fourth, fifth alva. Fourth, fifth year. Dash. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Now come to the royalty income. Previous column. Yenadu C or D, whichever is higher.
Yes, sir.
So changes ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. Okay, first column is start
1 lakh.
1 lakh.
1 lakh. Second column is start
1 lakh.
1 lakh. Third column only 1 lakh 1,20,000 minus 20,000. Bari. Sumne 1,20,000 minus 20,000 is equal to 1 lakh. Fourth column is start
1.4 lakh.
1.4 lakh. I'll convey 1,40,000. Fifth year also 1 lakh.
1 lakh.
1 lakh. So now that royalty income column here, but C or D, whichever is higher, minus last column in it,
Short working.
Short working.
Short working recoup.
or G. E or C or D, whichever is higher, minus G. Sumne bari, you'll understand. Sumne bari. C or D, whichever is higher, minus G. Now E ಆಯ್ತು, F ಆಯ್ತಾ? F ಏನು?
Yes. Short working.
Short working.
ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
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 G ಏನು? What is G column? I'll repeat later. G ಏನು?
Short working recoup.
Working
Recoup. First column dash. First row dash. Second row dash. Third year royalty income ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು? 1 lakh?
20,000.
20,000 minus 20,000.
Yeah, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ recouped. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ third year ಅಲ್ಲಿ 20,000 or 30,000, whichever is less. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬರೀ third row. 20,000 or 30,000, whichever is less. Now previous column ಅಲ್ಲಿ short working 20,000 ಇದೆ first row. Am I right?
Yes.
Second row 10,000 ಇದೆ correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Star. Now what you wrote? 20,000 or 30,000 star, whichever is less. Is to
20,000.
next two columns dash. All of you keep your pen down. I'll explain for the last time. Easy one. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸಿದೆ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಸರ್?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So अभी आपका कॉलम ಇದೆಷ್ಟಿದೆಯೋ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಸಿ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಸಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋಗಿ
80,000.
80,000.
90,000.
80,000.
1 lakh.
1 lakh.
1 lakh
20,000.
20,000.
1,40,000.
40,000.
40,000.
40,000.
Easy. Correct alವಾ? Easy. Easy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next.
Yes, sir.
Column D ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಏನು 1 lakh.
1 lakh.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now short working, 1 lakh rupees is the minimum amount you are supposed to pay. 20,000 is short working. Are you there? E column ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Next 10,000. Next dash.
Dash.
Next two column ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ the condition ಇರೋದೇ ಏನೋ
3 years.
first 3 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ
3 years.
first 3 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes,
So
sir.
E2 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ there cannot be short working because first 3 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲು ರೆಡಿ ರಿಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? What is the next column?
Yes, sir.
ಇದು C, ಇದು D,
Short working.
ಇದು E, ಇದು F. Next G ಏನು?
Short working recoup.
Decoup. Now minimum I am supposed to pay how much? 1 lakh or 80,000. Minimum ನಾನು 1 lakh ಕೊಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. If I am supposed to pay minimum 1 lakh, how can I recover anything? There is no extra income. That will recovery is 0. Here 1 lakh or 90,000 again I am supposed to pay 1 lakh minimum. That means recovery should be 0. Whereas here I am supposed to pay minimum 1 lakh, but there is a possibility of royalty 20,000 extra. So minimum I have to pay 1 lakh. I cover 20,000 extra, and as per the terms of agreement, I can recover in first 3 years. Totally yesterday short working 30,000 ಇದೆ. I can recover only 20,000 because minimum 1 lakh ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. So short working recouped is only 20,000. 20,000 rupees ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಂತು? 1 lakh 20 minus 1 lakh. Extra 20,000 ಇದೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರಿ. 20,000 ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬಂತು? 1 lakh 20,000 minus 1 lakh. And 30,000 ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟು. That means you can recover 20,000. That means ಈ ವರ್ಷನು ನಿಮ್ಮ income will be 1 lakh only. But third year onwards, there is no confusion. Whichever is higher. ಎಷ್ಟು? 1 lakh 40,000 and 1 lakh. Minimum 1 lakh ಕೊಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಈಗ at least?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I don't think it is so complicated. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳ ಇದನ್ನ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಳ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You are supposed to pay minimum of 80,000 or 1 lakh. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 lakh ಇಂತ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಆರಾಮ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬನ್ನಿ. ಈ ಕೆಳಗೆ it cannot be less than 1 lakh. That's the meaning of what? Minimum rent.
Minimum rent.
Concentrate ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? 1 lakh. So 80,000 or 1 lakh whichever less ಎಷ್ಟು?
80,000.
80,000.
Sorry, ಇದು 80,000 or 1 lakh whichever higher ಅಲ್ವಾ? Whichever higher ಎಷ್ಟು?
1 lakh.
1 lakh.
Your royalty is 80,000. Look at it. Royalty is 80,000. 1 lakh is income. That means you paid 1 lakh. If this figure is applicable to you, then there is a short working in this column, whereas this column must be 0. Common sense mathematics. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ 1 lakh rupees is the income minimum ಆಗಬೇಕು. 80,000 royalty ಇದೆ. That means I have to pay how much? 1 lakh. 20,000 short working ಬಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಕವರಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Second column ಅಲ್ಲಿ again this is small figure. That means this is the amount which is recognized. When you recognize this, that means there is a short working of 10,000 rupees. Again, this column has to be 0 because you cannot recover anything. But a third year only, this column is higher. Royalty I have more. That means I have to pay minimum 1 lakh. So there is an option of recovering how much? 20,000. So this will become 0. This will become 0. So I can recover 20,000 here. So when I recover 20,000, 1 lakh 20,000 minus 20,000, 1 lakh there. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಈಗ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody is clear about
Yes, sir.
example? All
Yes,
of you? Beautiful. Right. Yeah. Next. So royalty income. ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ ನಿಂದೇನ ಕಟ್ಔಟ್ ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ.
Sir, so in case if they give recoupment of short working for next 3 years, for example, from 6, 7, 8.
You have to go for each year again. Then you have to go for what do you call cumulative calculation. Next line. If recoupment option is next 3 years. Next 3 years. One by one. First year short working dash to be recovered within 4th year. Second year short working to be recovered within
Fifth year.
fifth year.
50.
Next, fifth year short working. Very well, Sagar Agraha. Fifth year short working to be recovered within 8th year.
Eighth year.
Next 3 years, still they will do it. Everybody understood? Crystal clear?
So,
These are the two beautiful easy start. ES7 and what? ES9. So quickly open the revision material. Previous batch over present batch over Killa. Put in back share mark. Undrella. ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಕಾಪಿ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. So this is a May 23 revision material. Thanks to our office team, Harshita, Rashmi, Swapna, and obviously SMS for all the help. So initially, these are the standards which are there in group 2. These are the page numbers.
Yes, sir.
Page numbers. Okay. Then other topics. Other topics are reasonably limited, not too much. Okay. Right. So as I told in the group 1, go to the latest to suggest the answer in detail. Read theory complete from capital and revision material. Capital glance body. Then problems. Solve all illustrations and exercise problems for ICI. Accounting standards from revision material given here. And ICI study material. Then also capital some extra questions in the latest MTP RTP questions solve that. How to answer yes question. Group 1 the sir. There is no but same part. Group 1 also.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So okay, let's go with the two small standards. ES4 and ES5. Then we go to problems. ES4. 4. Contingencies and events occurring after the balance sheet. What is contingency? So which may or may not arise on the happening or circus madiola when you're in foundation also. May or may not arise. So any favorable or may unfavorable events which may or may not arise on the occurrence or non-occurrence. The punch words. The punch words say use what accounting standards. Accounts you can use your own language. Accounting standards are like income tax language. You reproduce the language. On the occurrence or occurrence of non-occurrence of the uncertain future events, which may or may not arise. So I would have given this example. I repeat. Ratan and Rian are very good friends. Ratan calls up and tells to Rian, says, I'll come to your house tomorrow at 4 o'clock, provided my girlfriend Bayama comes there. So Ratan going to Rian's house depends on a contingent item called his girlfriend. Girlfriends are contingent?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Boys ki ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ NMM ಇಲ್ವೇನ್ರು ಬಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರು before they others ಬಡ್ಕೋ something ಬಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರು.
No experience, sir.
I know. See, all these general statements are exception to you. ನಿನಗೆ girlfriend ಅಲ್ಲಿ boyfriend ಬರ್ತದೆ. ನಿನಗೆ boyfriend ಇರುವಾಗ ನಿನಗೆ ಇದು girlfriend ಹಿಂಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದು ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So when what you call Ratan says, I'll come to your house tomorrow at 4 o'clock. On the occurrence, occurrence, if Bayama goes to Rian's house. Now the question is, why Ratan's girlfriend is going to Rian's house? Maybe previous year she was his cousin, we don't know. Next. So Ratan Kavata, next, Ulta. Now Ratan calls up and tells Rian, I'll come to your house tomorrow at 4 o'clock, provided that idiot, your girlfriend doesn't come. So for some like Rian's girlfriend, okay, he says what? I'll come to your house provided your girlfriend doesn't come. On the non-occurrence, occurrence or non-occurrence. So contingencies, court cases. Okay. Now two are listen. Any contingency which leads to an outflow, which is relating to a liability, okay, it should be a provision as per ES 29. So anything which is related to a provision which leads to an outflow, if it is relating to a liability, it comes under ES 29. Every other contingency comes under ES 4. Provision for taxation is liability, cash outflow, ES 29. Provision for bad and doubtful debts, ECS. Because doubtful debts is not an outflow, it is not relating to liability, It is a reduction of an asset. It comes under AS. Perfect idea. Next, events occurring after balance sheet date. Register properly. Balance sheet date means year-end date. My previous batch student, because you got so many dates problem. So don't think, oh, R data, E data, board of data, auditor signature data. Balance sheet date means the year on which, the date on which the financials are closed, 31st March. For all corporates, it's 31st March. Accounting standards are for non-corporates also. So it can be 31st December also, EGADI also. On what date financials are closed? 31st March get closed madre, 31st March in the market. Perfect idea. So 31st March till the date on which the financial statements are approved by board of directors. Assuming your balance sheet date is 31st March, board of directors are approving it on 30th June. Okay, 31st March in the 30th June, get 3 months only, whatever event occurring, those events are divided into 2 parts. Absolutely fresh events. Absolutely fresh events. Right side, conditions existing on such date. SCA 560. Auditing al discuss agide nimma nam friend.
Subsequent events.
Yellow keldangidyಾ apurva bide is bide. Yeah, right, very good. So subsequent events. Now, if they are absolutely fresh events, no accounting required, nothing. However, if it's very important, if it affects the going concern, disclose in the management report. Will disclose management report. Make any accounting. Whereas, if there are conditions existing on 31st March, but I got to know about it later, you must make a provision within the financials. Beautiful examples in regular notes are there, but they are not now. Turnover of A Limited is 300 lakh. Financial year is 22-23. 10th April 23.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This Saria kids are
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, financial year 22-23. Turnover 300 lakh. 10th April 23. Asubiksha came. 10th April 23. Okay. You sold to Mr. LBM. Rupees 100 lakh. 100 lakh. And he became insolvent. You got a notice. So within 30th June, let's say 30th June is the board of the approval date. 25th June get notice bantu. Enanta LBM has become insolvent. Should we make a bad debt provision on 31st March? Yes or no? Is it
No.
absolutely fresh event? Is it a condition existing?
Absolutely fresh.
Presuming you are right. Whatever answer you said. Next. So you have sold goods to Mr. X, let's say on 20th March. 20th March. He was absolutely fine that LBM. 10th April, fire occurred in his go down, because of which he became insolvent on 15th April. You got a notice on 20th April. So is it a fresh event or condition existing? Should I make a provision?
Fresh event.
Fresh event.
Is it a fresh event?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Excellent. That's it. Okay. So if you have to make a bad debt provision, it is not that any other condition. 31st March, such customer should exist. First example, 31st March, that customer only didn't exist. Customer came into picture on 10th April 23. There is a sale in the next year. To be called bad debt, there should be a debt, bro. There is no debt there. Where is the question of bad debt? You sold it on 10th of April. Common sense? Common sense, Vidya, somebody will put it. Whereas,
No, sir.
you sold on 30th March, no doubt about it, 20th March. But 31st March, that customer was not insolvent. Fire occurred in his go down. The incident of making him insolvent is on 10th of April. That means bad debt was never there on 31st March. Third example, sold on 10th March. Fire occurred in customers go down on 25th March. He is declared insolvent on 10th April. So on 31st March, was he bad? Answer is yes, sir. The only declaration is only a procedure matter. So because of the fire, he has become insolvent. We got to know about later. That means whenever you receive maybe 10th April, 10th May, 10th June, you have to go back to 31st March and you have to make a provision for bad debts. You have to make a provision for bad debts because, sir, it is a condition existing. So contingencies related to liability go to AS29. Everything else will come in AS4. Then events occurring after the balance sheet date, absolutely fresh event. Identify if it is affecting going concern, disclose in management report, nowhere else. Whereas existing events on 31st March, conditions existing on 31st March, made known later Srinandan Joshi, then you have to make a provision on 31st March itself. Artha.
Yes, sir.
One more very small standard, AS5. AS5 deals with 5. Net profit or loss for the period, prior period items, changes in accounting policies. So 3 alwa. Net profit or loss for the period has got 2 RMRs. Ordinary activities and extraordinary activities. Very simple statement. As I told you n number of times earlier, some of the accounting standards you already know, but you don't know that it is there in accounting standard. For example, depreciation from first PUC you are learning. Wear and tear. So what are the causes of depreciation? That's it. Very good. I like it. Okay. So, Chaitra, so, wear and tear. Then what? Efflux of time. Then obsolescence. I5 word simple again. Depreciation, passage of time, change in fashion, technology. Is an wear and tear, efflux of time, obsolescence. So, if all we learned other than account standard, profit and loss account, losing to be. Any trading field account like this, or vertical format. Sale of goods is 300 lakh, commission received 40 lakh. What do you write? By net revenue 340 lakh. You never used to write. So what they say, both are ordinary items, write separate, percentage. What is extraordinary? Punch word. Activities which are clearly distinct. This word is but 1 mark. Clearly distinct. Extraordinary or extraordinary. Vertical fiber. Optical fiber.
Optical fiber.
Optical fiber, sir.
Music of
Optical fiber. Optical fiber is optical fiber, sir. So, extraordinary items are items which are clearly distinct from ordinary items. Okay. So, these items have to be shown separately. Loss by fire shown separately. Earthquake separately. Government gives a subsidy separately. Atava, part 2 to schedule 3.
Profit and loss. Statement of profit and loss.
Statement of P&L. Statement of P&L. Statement of P&L. PBEET. Extraordinary item is there on the face. Anjana. Oh, one. You realize that. Anjana. So PBET. You have to juice. Yeah. PBET. Extraordinary items have to be shown on the face of Aditya Rao P&L. Okay. Next. So ordinary items, extraordinary items. This is the first item. Next, prior period items. In prior period items, Lipika is an accountant. Okay. So she purchased on 300 lakh bill banto. She was about to pass. Suddenly, hi darling, how do you do it? Bill and Adi account. On 4 years, our friend Chinmay, hey, Lipika, yene, no one 300 lakh bill and Adi account. So this is called prior period. When after 4 years you realize some items you have omitted or error, punch word, errors or omission. Adhanne is whatever. Prior period errors or omission of the earlier years you found out in the current year. How do you adjust? It has to be adjusted to the opening balance of reserves and surplus. Because it belongs to the earlier year's Tane, you cannot bring it to the P&L. It is related to the earlier year P&L account, which is there in the opening balance of reserves surplus. That's adjustment.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Class only. So ordinary items, extraordinary items. Then prior period items. Then thirdly, changes to RMRs. In accounting policy, accounting estimate. Classic example. Change from FIFO to weighted average. Stock valuation, years 2. Is a change in accounting policy. You should always do retrospective. Even in the girlfriend, yeah, you should always do retrospective effect. Whereas, change in accounting estimator,
Prospective.
always what? Prospective effect. Whereas, fixed asset or intangible asset, any change must be prospective effect only. whether the accounting policy or not, because specific rule overrules the general rule. I repeat this, it could. Normally,
Normally,
so ಇಲ್ಲಿ
ಏನು ಸರ್?
K. Prasad, ಇಲ್ಲಿ
ಯಶಸ್ವಿನಿ ಕೆ ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ
Prasad ಎಲ್ಲಿ?
normally
ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ
change in accounting policy.
ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ
ನೋಡಿ retrospective effect
Retrospective effect.
is the old dated effect.
Dated effect.
ನೀವು ಹಿಂದೆ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ, ನೀವು ಹಿಂದೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮುಂದೆ ನೋಡಿ ವಾಪಸ್. retrospective effect
Retrospective effect.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ as
whereas
ಹಿಂದೆ ನೋಡೋದು ಬೇಡ, whereas ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, whereas
Whereas
change in accounting estimate ಅಥವಾ
accounting estimate ಅಥವಾ
estimate is a prospective effect.
prospective effect.
Prospective. Early as change in AS10 bar AS26,
Any change in
AS10 bar AS26
change in police or constable,
change in policy constable
accounting policy or accounting estimate
accounting policy or accounting estimate
Accounting estimates
must be prospective only
must be prospective only
because it is given in AS10 bar 26.
because it is given in
AS10 bar 26
bar 26.
So AS5 only 5 items. Ordinary items disclose separately. Extraordinary items clearly distinct to show separately. Prior period items, errors or omission in the earlier periods, you have to bring changes in the reserves and surplus, opening balance of the P&L. Changes in accounting policy, retrospective, change in accounting estimate, prospective. So simple. Aspect. So TAC OD, caps metal, regular notes, the exhaust metal is OD. Examples here. All of you ready?
Yes, sir.
Keep underlining. Contingency and events occurring after the AS4 deals with contingency related to liability AS29, others AS4. ಇದರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರಿ. ಇದರ ಕೆಳಗೆ example provision for repairs, provision for taxation. Focus ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ರಿ, focus ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ರಿ, focus ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ರಿ. Others AS4. Example provision for bad debts. Next. So events occurring after balance sheet date. It again recovery slash SA 560 alva subsequent events. Auditing.
Yes, sir.
SA 560. And recovery refer all the examples in caps metal. Word by word example ಓದಬೇಕು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಾ present batch ಅವರು ಬೇಡ previous batch ಅವರು refer all the examples of caps metal. Absolutely fresh events underline no accounting disclose in management report if it affects going concern SA number
570
next very important conditions existing but made known later then provision has to be made. You must make a provision. Everybody understood, Baba?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The table extremely important. Bodaka.
Yes, sir. Particulars and treatment.
What is
Provision
the
for
fourth balance
liability.
sheet events definition, events from the balance sheet date till approved by the board of directors. Okay? Board of directors. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ definition ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೆ. So we are not repeated the definition unlike this one. Contingency ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, what you call events occurring after the balance sheet date. ಇಲ್ಲಿ the definitions ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ handle ನೆನಪಿರುತ್ತಾ? Contingency is condition or situation, gain or loss which will be on the occurrence or non-occurrence of uncertain future events. ನಿಮ್ಮ revision middle page number 23 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ 17 page 17 highlight ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ. Condition or situation, the ultimate gain or loss, occurrence in punch word, ಇದನ್ನ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Condition or situation, occurrence or non-occurrence, uncertain future events. uncertain future events. Uncertain future events. Next, events occurring after the balance sheet definition, significant events, both favorable or unfavorable, punch word, between balance sheet date, underline, and the date on its board of directors, or other governing council. Company the board of directors bartare, other cases governing council, approve. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಇಕ್ವಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಎಸ್ 3 ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಅದು ಪಕ್ಕ ಬರಿ ರೆಫರ್ ಎಸ್ 3 ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕೇಳಿದೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ at least ordinary activities which are normally carried out in the business. Okay, extraordinary punch word clearly distinct from ordinary. ಅದು ಬರಿಬೇಕು ನೋಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಬಿಡಿ ಪ್ರಯರ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಎರರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಒಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೇ ವರ್ಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಲಿಸೀಸ್ specific accounting principles and methods. Next, AS7 ಅಲ್ಲಿ there are two methods of construction contract. Costing, fixed price contract ಮತ್ತೆ cost plus contract. ಓದಿದ್ರೆ costing ಅಲ್ಲಿ
Yes, sir.
also refer costing. Very important. Definition of revenue. Make important, very important. ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಯಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Gross inflow of cash and receivables or other consideration. ಅತ್ತ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಜನ, ರಿಸೀವಬಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂಜನ. ಬರ್ಕೊಡಿ ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಡಿ. ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಆರ್ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್ 3 ಐಟಮ್ ನಾನು ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಲ್ಲ ಅಕ್ಕ, ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಸರ್ಕಲ್, ಮೇಕ್ ಆರ್ಡಿನರಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್, ಅದನ್ನೇ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ತರ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ನಂಬರ್ 2 ರೆಂಡರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್. ಈ ತರ ಓದೋದು ಬೆಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಬೆಟರಾ? ನನ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೂ ಖುಷಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು, ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರಿಂದ ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೂ ನನ್ಗೆ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿಸರ್ ಒಂದು ಖುಷಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. ದೆನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟರ್ಪ್ರೈಸ್ ರಿಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಬೈ ಅದರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದ್ಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್, ಮೇಕ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಮೇಜರ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ 3-4 ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ತುಂಬಾ ಇದೆ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್, ತಲೆಗೆಟ್ಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಲೋ ಇದೀವಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೌ ಡು ವಿ ಗೋ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ಸ್? ಸೊ ES4 ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ when all conditions are satisfied, ES29 all other provisions, ES4 RBD ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಪೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಕಂಟಿಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇನ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ ಕಂಟಿಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಲಾಸ್, contingent gain andre you don't bother. Which concept? Prudence. Prudence. Next, dividends proposed disclose only in notes to accounts. It should not recognize. Now ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು, ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ಡ್ ಡಿವಿಡೆಂಡ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay, not proposed dividend ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಿದೆ. Any material changes in commitment also should be disclosed. Now proposed dividend not to be recognized within the financial statement. It accrues in the year in which approved by the board of directors. That means provision to be made in financial year 2021 when it is declared. It has to disclose the notes account as per company rules of funds. Everybody understood? Present batch of some sort of start. Next, ES5 net profit or loss. This item is there. Answer yeah?
Yes, sir.
5. ES5. Remember 5. Ordinary sales, commission, etc. Extraordinary definition, clearly distinct. Prior error or omission. Idana barri. To be regular, to be given effect to opening balance of reserves and surplus. Next, changes in accounting policy. Changes in accounting policy. Disclose the same along with the impact on the retrospective effect. P4 to weighted average. Change in accounting estimate, prospective effect. Useful life of the asset, SLM to W, anything related to PPE bar, intangible assets. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 RMRs ಬರಲಿ. Change in estimated life. ಇದು ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲ 5 ಮಾರ್ಕಿ ಕೇಳೋಣ. Categorize them whether they change in accounting estimate or policy ಅಂತ. ಬಾಯ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ change in accounting estimate or what? Oh, Sapna is entering. Oh, and now she says, sir, I was in YouTube class. Ashita Rashmi, they left that. Very. Sorry, first one, change in estimated life, useful life. You know that? Accounting estimate change. Accounting estimate change. Useful life change, estimate, accounting estimate. Right side. SLM to WDV. Again change here.
Accounting policy.
Accounting policy.
Change in accounting policy. Now connect left with right. But both give prospective effect. For both give prospective effect due to specific requirement of Pradeep and Prakriti teacher ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. Specific requirement of AS 10 bar AS 26. ಏನಾದ್ರು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yes.
Cost minus estimated scrap divided by estimated life. So there is an estimation. Okay. Accounting estimate language alli ide. But SLM to WDV is actually accounting policy change. Policy change adrunu you have to give prospective effect because specific accounting standard over also general accounting standard. Everybody understood Baba?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Accounting policy versus accounting estimate make important mark. Policies are the specific accounting principles. Estimate is basically for uncertainties. Management will do some estimation. Ordinary activity that are carried out in the normal business, furtherance or incidental to the activities. Extraordinary items punchword
Clearly
distinct from
yeah. Year 7 also applicable only to the contractor and not to the contracting. Definition important. Construction contract. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು which is important ಅಂತ. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಪಿಕ್ಚರ್ ನೋಡೋದಲ್ಲ. What a construction contract definition.
A construction contract is a contract specifically
So
negotiated.
E-contract is different from this contract. This contract is your Indian Contract Act. Construction contract is a contract as per Indian contract. I'm serious. So 2 within bracket H, an agreement enforceable at law. Okay, na? Specifically negotiate. Make a circular specifically negotiate. Apurva specifically says, I want Mongolia, Bulgaria, area. Specifically, that's the word. Specifically negotiate is the punch word.
Specifically negotiated for the construction of an asset or a combination of assets that are closely interrelated or interdependent in terms of their design, technology, and function or their ultimate purpose or use.
So, construction contract is definitionally construction contract dash specifically negotiate punch words for asset bar combination of asset dash closely interrelated in terms of DTF. DTH ಅಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಇದೇ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2 marks ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಗೆ. ಪ್ರಿಯಾಂಕಾ ಎನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತೇನೆ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಗ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳಿದಲ್ಲ. Applies for specific construction profit is equal to contract revenue minus contract cost. Contract revenue is always on percentage. ಕೊಟ್ನಾ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
Yes, sir.
Cost
Yes.
incurred
Yes.
35 future operating loss ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬೇರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. Fixed price contract ಅಲ್ಲಿ there is also concept called escalation clause. Escalation clause ಅಂದ್ರೆ increase in the price when there is increase in the cost of materials. Okay. Okay. Also refer your costing notes. Revenue recognition very important. It deals with the 2 aspects. Make important mark. When to recognize, you must at least regular material, the division material, regular material is adu ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ? Those who do not have this regular caps material ಇದೆ ಅದು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ at least. Other side by side ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. All of you take previous batch students, all of you. Regular caps material ಮತ್ತು revision material ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಎರಡು ಸೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರೀ. ಅದು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಮೂರು ಇರಬೇಕು. ಅಲ್ಲ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Even if you have got a revision material, regular material, ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸೈಡ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದ್ರು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಹರ್ಷಿತಾ, ಚಿನ್ಮಯಿ, ಪಾಪ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎದ್ದೇಳೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? So regular material ಬರುತ್ತೆ, revision ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ highlight ಮಾಡಿ. So AS9 deals with the two aspects. One is when to recognize. Second is when it can be postponed. Even the present batch students, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ advanced accounting notes ಇದೆ, starting ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. Advanced accounts cash material ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹುಡುಕಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗಾಗಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಹುಡುಕ್ಬೇಕು present batch ಅವರು. Present batch ಅವ್ರ accounts notes ಇದೆಯಾ advanced accounting?
Yes, sir.
ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಲಾಬರೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಗ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ರೈಟ್. ಸೊ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅದು? ವೆನ್ ಟು ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ದ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ, ವೆನ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಟ್ ಬಿ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ಪೋನ್ಡ್? ಓಕೆ. ಅನ್ಸರ್ಟನಿಟಿ ಅಟ್ ದ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರೇಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಇನ್ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ವಿತ್ ರೀಸನ್ಸ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಲಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. AS9 deals with two aspects. When can I recognize the revenue? Second one, can I postpone? When? ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. Can I postpone? Normally you cannot postpone. Sir, yours income tax ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Shall I postpone the revenue? Not possible. You can recognize, postpone the revenue recognition if there is an uncertainty about collecting the revenue at the time of raising the invoice itself. So assuming you have sold goods to Gunda, okay, so that Gunda will not pay the money. So at the time of raising the invoice, you know that you will not pay the money. In that scenario, are you listening? You can defer the revenue.
Yes, sir.
Government contract. Government, best example, we are on the right track. We are making some sales to the government. So, Karnataka, main election is there. We don't know whether the same government will be re-elected or some other government will come. Assuming for some reason if they don't approve the bills, sir, so uncertainty at the time of raising the invoices, you should postpone. Whenever there is a deviation from normalcy,
Disclose.
very, very important. First 2 points. In regular modes, make important mark. So, AS13 and AS10 difference. AS13 is balance sheet related. How do you value investments? AS9 is P&L related. Income dividend ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಇದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಕೊಟ್ಟ ದೇವರು?
Yes, sir.
ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ consignment sales, make important mark. When do you recognize consignment sales? I sent jeans pant to only Sonali Bendre. Okay. So moment I send, should I recognize as a sales or when she sells to outsiders?
When she sells to outsiders.
That is sale on approval. Installment sales is covered here, make important mark. Higher purchase goes to AS19, make important mark. AS14, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ. Take a quick 7 minutes break and come back. I was waiting for you. You are waiting for me, alva?
Yes, sir.
You know, ಹಂಗೆ ಒಂದು 6 ಗಂಟೆ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ರೀ.
Deepa madam,
Uh,
by any chance are you wearing 2 ponytails? Were you?
No,
1 ponytail?
I'm shifting the sides.
I saw it on the side, so I thought it was 2 ponytails.
Correct.
Okay, welcome back. So let us quickly go to RTP. Questions related to this. Ikkar ಒಂದು ನೋಡ ಏನು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾರಂತ. ಹಿಡಿದಿರಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ನೋಡಿ. Quick question number 12. The answer ಸಮೇತ ಇದೆ. So ಈಗ ಹೇಳ್ದಲ್ಲ. So you have to classify whether it is a prior period of ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. Question number 12. ಇದನ್ನ at least print out ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದೀರಾ ದೇವರು? ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Those are not taken. ಇನ್ನೇನು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. It's better we release yesterday ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವಾ?
Yes, sir.
With the message, I think we are sent alwa saying that this many pages you can take a print out.
Yes.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೇಳಿ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಕೇಳೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 12 ಓದೆ ಯು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ವೆದರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಲಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 12 ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಓದೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ
Actual bad debts turning out to be more than provisions.
ಸೊ we would have expected a provision of 10%, but RBD provision 10%, so it became 14%. The provision is always a estimate. Provision is always 12.1 a day, 12.1. Provision, how do you make a provision? Based on estimation. Provision is an estimate. Change in the amount is what? Change in accounting estimate.
Yes, sir.
Change in accounting estimate. Next, fast.
Change from cost model to revaluation model for measurement of carrying amount of TP.
Before that, change in accounting estimate. Ali pakka estimate hoga prospective effect. Prospective effect ES5. Alda, the other one example. Here's what I
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
that also will be better. Then you fetch more mark. Change in accounting estimate ES5. Next.
Yes, sir. Change from cost model to revaluation model for measurement of carrying amount of TP.
Now, my present students, you will not understand because group 1 will birthday. It will PP ella. So last batch students, you know this regular class alagide, revision class agide group 1 alli. Present batch students may not be knowing it. Relax and chill. Artha agta idea? So cost model to revaluation model.
Yes,
Discuss
sir.
ಮಾಡೋದು ಎಷ್ಟು discuss ಮಾಡಿವಾ?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
When you change it, it is anything what you do. When you change from cost model to revaluation, there are the methods. Change in accounting policy, right? SLM to WDB, cost revaluation. Cost revaluation is what change in accounting policy. But what?
Prospective.
Yo, hero. ಯಾರೊಬ್ಬ ನಿಮ್ಮಂತವ್ರು ತರಲೆ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇದ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಟ್ ಅವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಐ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಅವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರ ಸೊ ಮೂವನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅದು ಇದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಹುಡುಗ ಮಗು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಟು ರಿವಾಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ಏನದು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್
Policy.
Accounting
policy but give prospective effect as per
Prospect.
specific years ಇದು ಬರಬೇಕು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ
Yes, sir.
next ಅಕ್ಕ
Government grant receivable as compensation for expenses incurred in previous accounting period.
So government grant receivable as compensation for expense incurred in the previous accounting. Government grant is always a extraordinary item. You write extraordinary item as per ES5. Going to be ES12. Going to be ES12. Next.
Treating operating lease as finance lease.
So previously you were recognized the operating lease. Other name Martariga, finance lease and convert. Treating of operating lease as finance lease now with a prior period item. Prior period item dash rate to be affected to opening balance of reserves and surplus. Balance sheet. Next.
Capitalization of borrowing cost on working capital.
So borrowing ಅದು A16 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. So that's why when you learn all the accounts standard, it will become easy. Borrowing cost legally ready to use has to be capitalized. If it has to be capitalized, capitalization of borrowing cost of working capital. Normal working capital should not be capitalized. Very borrowing cost related to working capital is a revenue expense to be charged to
PNL.
Charge to P&L. Question number 8 is
12.
Okay, so borrowing is related to working capital should be charged to revenue. So semicolon. If it was capitalized, it has to be reversed. If it has to be reversed, prior period item, year entry, P&L account debit to concerned asset account. You capitalize ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ asset ಗೆ add ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ ಅದನ್ನ reverse ಮಾಡಿ P&L account debit to concerned asset account. Those are writing, you're right with the specification is the RTP May 23 question number 12. Akka odaka.
Legislative changes having long-term retrospective application.
So legislature, the law change. Law change is a regular activity. Okay. So legislative changes. That's right. Ordinary activity. Prati varsha law change ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Law change ಆದಂಗೆ ಅಲ್ವೇನೆ ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿ. Law can neither be created nor be destroyed. ಏನ? Law can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transferred from one person to the other person with substantial loss of money and experience statement of Pradyumna. Next.
Pradyumna.
So moving on. So there is ordinary activity. Make ಅದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ confusing item actually. Ordinary activity ಬರೀ ಯಾಕೊತ್ತಾ ಇದು retrospective application ಏನ ಚಿನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿತ್ WREF ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೀನ್ WEF ಅಥವಾ with REF. It is again ordinary activity. Law will be giving it. Next. Changes in method of depreciation from SLM to WDV. ತಪ್ಪಿದು
Policy.
Actually policy, but they are the estimate. Why? Because it is a prospective of the top actually. SLM to WDV. You write change in accounting estimate. Prospect effect.
The change in accounting policy or estimate.
What I told you, right?
Estimate.
Change in no, I'm not serious, bro. So change in method equation from SLM to WDV is change in accounting estimate dash prospect effect as per AS10. Is the bracket pencil ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಬೇಡವಾ
Sir.
Strictly speaking SLM to WDV is accounting policy. ಅವ್ರು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ದೇ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಥವಾ one argument to support my statement is what SLM to WDV is basically because of the change in the number of years. So ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ number of years change ಆದಾಗ they would have changed the method also. Then also they would have said it is estimate. Exam part of estimate ಬರೀ within the bracket pencil ನಿಮ್ಮ understanding ಬರೀ. True, strictly speaking, any change in the method, maybe SLM to WDV, cost to so it is change in accounting policy. But anything in AS10 ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು prospective effect. Next. Previous batch ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು 60% ಅರ್ಥ ಆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಕುತ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಲವರು 60% ಹೇಳೋದು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ.
Yes, sir. A government grant becoming refundable.
Always an extraordinary item, special item. Government grant refundable is extraordinary item. AS5 read with AS12.
Applying 10% depreciation instead of 15% on furniture.
So you have done a mistake. Prior period item. Prior period item. Give effect to opening balance of surplus. And also to furniture. Ude debility report ಮತ್ತೆ ಪುಷ್ಪ ತರ ಆಗಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಪೇಡ್ ಲೆಕ್ಕ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ. ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಫರ್ನಿಚರ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹಿಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಶಕುನಿ ಮಾಮ ತರ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ I'm not going very slow because I'm very easy. Next, change in life.
Change in useful life. A fixed.
Estimate useful life. Okay, buddy. You know, change in useful life is change in accounting estimate prospective. Yes, 10. Don't you think at least 8 out of 10 questions easily would have answered by attending this what you call start class? 2 questions. Obviously, solve you have to use the brain. Probably all these questions are already there. Trust me, this question you old examination RTP old question allu irutte. From 5 questions they lift it. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Out of 10, 5 they lift it. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡು. ಯಾರು?
ನಾನು
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರೀ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 10th ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟೆಡ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರಾಪ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟೆಡ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಸೊ ಸ್ಕ್ರಾಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ವೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಬೆಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. Depreciation is equal to what? Cost minus estimated scrap whole divided by estimated
life.
Estimated estimate is star agito. Therefore, change in scrap bar life. Accounting estimate change. Machine go there. Machine you malgode bitla. Change in accounting. It's scrap bar life is what change in accounting estimate Chaitanya. Hence prospect effect. Hence better prospect effect is that. Next, SLM to WDV change in accounting estimate. Account start ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಇವು ನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಹಾಗೆ ಕೊಡಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? CA ಫೈನಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. when we go to India 16. Estimate change, prospective. Next, cost model to revaluation model. You know, Lipika, Jennifer Lopez model to another model. Okay, so cost model to revaluation model or fair value model is a change in accounting policy. Even then, prospective change as per Ravish. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Similar is the case of intangibles. Cost minus accumulated, cost minus estimates residual value entire. Similar is the case of AS26. Accounting standard number ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಅವರಿಗೂ ನಂಬರ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು. ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮೈನಸ್ amortization. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಬದಲು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಪ್ರತಿಭಾ. Amortization is equal to cost minus estimated residual value. Estimated residual value whole divided by estimated life. Same. Residual value ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಹಾಕಿ AS26 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಬರ್ರಿ. ನಾನು ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ 0. ಇಂಟಾಂಜಿಬಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಪೇಟೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಯಾರು ರೆಸಿಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ರಾಪ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತಾ? ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ. Normally 0 unless there is a commitment by the third party for the same. So someone would have said, after 5 years, your technical know-how, I will take it at 1 lakh rupees. After a commitment, then it has a residual value. Normally, residual, intangible residual value, don't use the word scrap value. At least scrap is okay. Residual value is the word. It is normally 0 unless there is a third party commitment. All of you understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next, clear. Question number 13. All questions available in the material. The revision class. Theory, yes, I'll do it. Problems, no. Yeah. Question number 13. Akka. Akka.
Yes, sir.
What is
On
the
first-
question?
AS7 construction contracts. On 1st December 2021, GR Construction Company Limited undertook a contract to construct a building for 45 lakhs. On 31st March 2022, the company found that it had already spent the 2.5 lakhs on the construction. Additional cost of completion is estimated at 15.1 lakhs. What amount should be charged to revenue in the final accounts for the year as per provisions of AS7?
As to me, honestly, I am also seeing RTP now only because I know similar questions. I already covered the simple theory. What is the cost incurred? Further cost provision for future operating loss. 32 but 15 extra 47.6.
7.67.
Revenue is only 45 lakhs. Are you in the class?
Yes.
Yes.
Provision is the flow. And also I told you yes, group 1 Prati account starting answer one line you write about what is this account start number with the name. Present batch friend said as per AS7 as per AS7 construction contract. As per AS9 revenue recognition. Mattovidya?
No.
No, sir.
Repeat and if you are mistaken, today's revision material first page how to answer account start questions sir suggest answer kotilva bittilva naan kodtini baradilla. You are right compulsorily what is the standard, what is the title, some story, then you have to solve the problem. Illa idake 5 mark kalakitide avarige. So you write some story. Question number 13. Write yes number. In all standards, write yes number with the title. Write one para theory. Then solve and conclude. Shall we?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now look at this. Cost incurred till date is question number 13. Cost till date 32.5. Sorry. With an example correct now short question number 13. AS7 POCM. AS7 method method
Percentage of completion.
Percentage of completion.
problem so fast present batch students you should get used to it later, not now. Agre just relax and chill. So POCM is equal to the formula cost till date divided by cost till date plus future cost is equal to 32.5 divided by same 32.5 plus further cost is to
15.1.
and which is the bracket into 100. Next birthday devaru
47 point.
So 47.6 birthday. 32.5 divided by 47.6 and 100 is equal to 68.
Oh, sir. Wait.
Yeah. Next line. Therefore, revenue is equal to 45 lakh into 45 lakh into 68.28%, 30.73. Further,
Yes.
30.73 lakh is the revenue. Next, further, as per para 35 of AS7, then para 35 provision for FOL immediately. Provision for FOL immediately is equal to 45 minus 47.6. You have to catch this. 45 minus 45 is equal to 2.6. Gotagilva? Gotan Reddy. What the total revenues are? 45. But our total cost is becoming 47.6. 2.6 extra we are spending. Trust me, the half an hour theory model, that example.
Yes.
Yes.
You continue money. P&L account of contractor. ಆತರ. ಸೊ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಇತಳೆ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ತಿಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಬೈ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ 30.73
30.7.
30.7.
to cost till date stop
32.5.
2.5 leave 2 lines to provision for FOL stop
2.6.
2.6. So by get lost debit side total whatever. So 32.5 ಮತ್ತು 30.73 that will give you actual loss. 2.6 is the future operating loss. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಎಲ್ರಿಗೆ?
Yes.
Am I too fast or you able to catch?
Yes, sir.
Able to get.
Yes.
Easy alva?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Next question. Yes, 9. Revenue recognition ಬಗ್ಗೆ analytical question ಇರುತ್ತೆ normal ಆಗಿ. ಹೋದಮ್ಮ heroine.
EQR Limited sells agriculture products to dealers. One of the conditions of sale is that interest is at the rate 2% per month for delayed payments. Percentage of interest recovery is only 10% on such overdue outstanding due to various reasons. During the year 21-22, the company wants to recognize the entire interest receivable. Do you agree?
Sorry, question number 14. Yes, 9. RR. Interest income. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ IDR. Interest income. For use of enterprise issued by others, our money we have lent to them. Kadala Puja. Interest income for use of enterprise issued by others. That is our money by others. Cash rate, time proportion. Time proportion. Interest rate 2% for delayed payment. But based on experience, only 10% of such interest is recovered. Interest rate 10% alla tale use ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Only 10% of such interest is recovered. Within the bracket, say delayed payments 300 lakh. Interest at 2%. 2% or per month ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಂತ್ ರಿಲೇ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮಂತ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೇ 300 lakh into 2% ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವನಿಗೆ 6 lakh.
6 lakhs.
ವರ್ಷಿನಿ 3 to the ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ ವರ್ಷಿನಿ ಗೌಡ್ರೆ 3 to the ದೇವ್ರೇ ಅಂತ 6 lakh. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೋಡಿ ಹಾಳಾಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅದು ಗಾಳಿ ಬಿಡದಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವ್ಲೆ ಅಂತ 300 lakh into 2% ಎಷ್ಟು ಪೂಜಾ ಮುದುಗಂಡೂರು ಹೇಳಿ 6 lakh. Whereas recognize only 6 lakh into 10%60,000. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಲೇಡ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡೋದು ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇರೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು
6 lakh into 10%.
10% 60,000.
Yes.
ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ? ಎಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ since there is uncertainty, there are 2 points I told you. There is uncertainty about collection. ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಗೊತ್ತು at the time of raising the invoice. Since there is uncertainty about collection, postpone the revenue recognition of balance 90%. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಮತ್ತೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಟ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
Postpone balance 90%. That is recognize only 10% on receipt basis. These are standards we discussed till now. Everybody understood?
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Breathe in, breathe out. Next standard. Oh, correct again. Yes, 17. Segment reporting. Segmental alla. Segment reporting. Beautiful standards. It is something like a departmental
Mental accounts.
What is the objective of departmental accounts?
To know the profit of the respective.
To know the efficiency or inefficiency. To know the efficiency ಅಥವಾ interprocess accounts ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು same concept. Interprocess profit. So efficiency, one department is making a profit, one department is making a loss. To understand the efficiency and inefficiency, whatever the financials you have, you present in a columnar way. This is called segment report. Now, sir, so I have 100 products. Let's say Wipro Enterprise, 100 products. Bulb ide, shikaka ide, toilet preparations ide, soap ide, then cloth ide, then surf ide, you know. Sorry, Wipro has got multiple products. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕಾಲಮ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರೆ I will start my P&L account at Jayanagar and in Bosu. So they're not practically possible. That's why very important. There are three criteria for reportable segment, RS. 3 RMRs. First one, 10% or more criteria. Any segment which constitutes 10% or more of the total revenue, report the segment. I'll show you the example. ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. So 10% or more of the Subisha sales, external or internal, ಅಥವಾ is higher, ಅಥವಾ 10% or more of the assets. If it satisfies any one of this condition, then you have to go for reportable segment. After this also, there is a second condition called 75% external revenue. If 10% ಮಾಡುವಾಗ, so 75% external revenue would not have been disclosed. So what you should do, if 75% external revenue agilla andre, you have to identify such segment in such a way that you are able to cover at least 75% external revenue. But the management by choice is to ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Management want to disclose 10 extra segment, they can do it. You are also not concentrating. I also didn't teach properly because ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೂ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಕೇಳೋಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇಗ. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆಯಾ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್? ಮಾರೇ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. ಇದೆ.
ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಮಾರೇ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
ಕಳ್ಳೆಪುರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಓದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್. ಇದು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ. 5 ಪೀಸ್ RMPD ಬರ್ಸಿದ್ದ ದೇವ್ರ ಇವತ್ತಾ?
Yes, sir.
ಇದನ್ನ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸತಿ ಹೌ ಟು ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 2 ಇದೆ, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 1 ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಐ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಎನಿ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಓದಿ. ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್. ಎಸ್ ನೈ ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಇದೆಯೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಓದ್ಬೇಕು. ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಐ ಸೆಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟಾರ್ಡ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ?
Yes, sir.
Example in 3 regular material net profit loss for the period ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕು. ನಾಟ್ ಮಚ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಬರೋದು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಯರ್ ಪೇಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ ಗೋಥ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇದು ಡಿಮಾಂಡ್ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಬರೋದು ಫಾರ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಯರ್ ಪೇಡ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ದ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಲ್. ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ ಲಿಪಿ ಕಾಡಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಪ್ರಯರ್ ಪೇಡ್ ಐಟಮ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ರೆಕಗ್ನಿಷನ್ ನೋಡಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ES9 ಸೇಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಗುಡ್ಸ್ ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ಕಂತ್ರಿ 2 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ.
Yes, sir.
ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಗೋಥ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ES7 ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 7 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ES7 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅದು ಎರಡು ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಇದು ES7 ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಇದನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ 200 ಪೇಜ್ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕಂಬೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೆಗ್ರಿಗೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ಮೀ. We are going to do the project in Mysore now. All of you are aware. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಸೀಪೇಜ್ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಕಡೆ ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ, ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರ್ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So if suppose one particular school should everything, if I give to let us say Mr. X, and whether I should consider each contract separately or everything as one contract. If all of them are have a similar character and all of them have negotiated for a single price, it is a single contract. Whereas I negotiate separately toilet construction, separately seepage, separately painting, then each contract is separate. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದು ಥಿಯರಿನ ಮೇಕ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ನೋಟ್ ಪೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ? ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಪ್ರಪೋಸಲ್ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ separate negotiation and cost and revenue of each asset can be identified. Building construction and architecture. Next, combine ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ? ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಯಾವಾಗ? If it agreed as a single package, they are interconnected and contracts are concurrently happening in a continuous sequence. For example, construction ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾರಾದ್ರು. ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಡು. ಹೊಸ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಖಾಲಿ ಸಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನ. ಪೇಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್ ಬೈ ಹಿಮ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 99% ಆಫ್ ದ ಕೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಇದೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಇದು ಥಿಯರಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಡಿಷನಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್, ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಎಡಿಷನಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಪೂಲ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಸೇಸ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಪೂಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ? ಈ ಸೇಸ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸರ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಕೈ ಅಂತ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟ್ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಪೂಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಸ್. ಟುಡೇ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, JP ನಗರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಾಲರ್ಸ್ ಕಾಲಲ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದಾರೆ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸಿಂಗಾಪುರ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ನಾವು. ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಪೂಲ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಫ್ಲೋರ್. ಸೊ he has told extra. So if additional asset is given, if additional asset is considered as a separate package, it is a separate contract, it is a continuation of existing separate. ಅದನ್ನು ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಯಾರು? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇದು ಯಾವುದು ಅಮನ್ ಸರ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ POCML ಆಯ್ತು. ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಜರ್, ಪ್ರತಿ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಜರ್ ನೋಡಿ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಯೂಸ್. ಯು ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಯು ಗೋ ಬೈ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ರೆಕಗ್ನಿಷನ್? ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಜರ್ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಪ್ರತಿ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಯ್ತು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 1 ಅಕೌಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ದೇವ್ರೆ ES9 ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಟೆಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಇದನ್ನ ನಮಗೆ ಗೋತ್ರು ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ. ಸೇಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೀಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದು. Sometimes sale and repurchase may lead to interest recognition. Sometimes let's sale on approval. Guaranteeing warranty difference ಏನು? ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ, ಚೈನೀಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ವಾರಂಟಿ. ಚೈನೀಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿನ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದಾ? ಸೊ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ವಾರಂಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್? ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ವಾರಂಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್? ಗೋರಂಟಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಡ್ರು ಅದು ಈಗ ನಿನ್ ಮದುವೆಗೆ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಗೋರಂಟಿ. ಆಂಟಿ ಬಂದು ಗೋರಿ ಆಂಟಿ. ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ವಾರಂಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್?
Repairs.
ರಿಪೇರ್ಸ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes.
ರೈಟ್, ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೀ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಕನ್ಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫೌಂಡೇಶನ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕವರ್ಡ್. ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ITR. Postponing the remuneration, make important mark when there is uncertainty at the time of raising the claim. Deepika, ನೀವೇ ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದಂತಾರೆ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಅಲ್ಲೇನೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಇದೆರಡು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೇಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ರೀಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಟರ್ ಡಿವಿಷನಲ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್. ಅದು ಏನೋ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಓದಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಡಿವಿಷನ್ X ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ Y ಗೆ 100 rupees ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ 120 lakh. Is it a real profit? One division in the one department, another department. I purchased this bottle for 100 rupees, sold to myself at 120. I had 20 rupees copy. Nonsense. Can it happen? ಅದನ್ನೇ ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರೆ ಪೃಥ್ವಿರಾಜ್ BN VC. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? Interdivisional transfer are not a revenue as per AS9. Make an important one. This is important. Beautiful style. Make important one. Fill in the OD. Segment reporting helps in efficiency evaluation. What are the segments you must report? Reportable segment ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಕ್ಕ ಬನ್ನಿ. What are the segments which must be reported? ಥಿಯರಿ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ಲೋ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್. ಯಾ ರೋಮನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಓದಮ್ಮ.
Yes, sir. First one, more than, greater than or equal to 10% criteria.
ಸೊ ರೋಮನ್
And
ನಂಬರ್
then
1
clear.
ಅದರ ರೋಮನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಕೆಳಗೆ ಎ, ದೆನ್ ಬಿ, ದೆನ್ ಸಿ.
Yes. A, segment revenue is 10% or more of internal and external sales.
ಸೇಲ್ಸ್
Or-
ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬೇಕು ಟೋಟಲ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ 10% ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅಥವಾ
Or B, 10% of segment results, total of profits or total of losses, whichever is higher.
make important mark. Total of profits or total of losses, whichever is higher in absolute terms. ಬರೆಯಲಿ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ಸಂಹಿತಾ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಇನ್ absolute ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಯಾ? ಇನ್ absolute terms, in absolute terms, in absolute terms, in absolute terms ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬ್ರೋ? Right? Ignore the sign and see. Ignore the sign, Anisha. Plus 10 rupees ದೊಡ್ಡದಾ, minus 5 rupees ದೊಡ್ಡದಾ, ಸಾರಿ plus 10 rupees ದೊಡ್ಡದಾ, minus 12 rupees ದೊಡ್ಡದಾ? ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ
Plus 10.
10 rupees.
12 rupees. That's what they mean. Say plus 10 or minus 25 dash red, whichever is higher is 25. The plus minus ನೋಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. Total of profit ನೋಡಿ ಬದಲ್ ರೆಡಿ, total of losses, whichever is higher. ಭರತ್ ರಾವ್, ಅಕ್ಷಿತಾ, ರಕ್ಷಿತ್, ನಿವೇದಿಕ, ಪ್ರಮುಖ, ಭೂಮಿಕಾ ಜೈನ್, ತುತಿಯಾರ್, ದರ್ಶಿನಿ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ನೋಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್. ಇದು ಪಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಇದು ಪಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್, ದೆನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಓದೇ.
Segment assets are 10% or more of total assets of all segments, excluding fictitious assets and income tax assets.
ಸೊ ಫಿಕ್ಟಿಷಿಯಸ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮಿನರಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫರ್ಡ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು 10% ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಲ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ನಾನು ಓದ್ಲಾ?
Yes, sir.
Assuming there are 7 products. External revenue is given, internal revenue. ಇದು ನೋಡ್ಬಿಡಿ 100 ಬರೀ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ 170 ಬಂತು. 170 into 10% ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
17.
ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೈಟ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ 17. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ 17 ಅಂತ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಹೊಡಿ. 100ಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಹೊಡಿ, 37ಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಲ್. 100 ಇದೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್, 37 ಇದೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈಸಿ, ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಡಿ, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯಶಸ್ವಿನಿ, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ, ಅದು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಹರ್ಷವರ್ಧನ್ ಇಂಟು 10%. 170 ಇಂಟು 10% ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 17. ಆ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದೆಲ್ಲ 17 ಅಂತ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅಥವಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆಯೋ ದೇ ಆರ್ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಎ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಇ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Why some of you are not responding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ಈ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 17 and above they are big segment. Sir, internal external ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Everybody understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ಏನಾಯ್ತು?
Yes.
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು, ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್.
Next A, therefore reportable segments are A and E. Next question is ಅಲ್ಲೇನೋ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಲಾಸಸ್. So assuming all this individually, some of them are profit, some of them are loss. Now 90 ಮತ್ತೆ 30 ರೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಲ್ಲಿದೆ, 90 ಮತ್ತೆ 40 ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಸಾರಿ, 90 ಮತ್ತೆ 30 ಟೋಟಲ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ದೇವ್ರು ದೇವ್ಲೆ
130.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಗ್ರೀನಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಈಸಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 6 + 3 + 8 + 5 ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ದೇವರು? 22. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ 130 ಅಥವಾ 22. ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕೋದು ಬೇಡ, ವಿಚ್ ಎವರ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು
130.
10% ಎಷ್ಟು
13.
13.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ 13 ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. 13 ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದಿದೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ನೋಡಿ ಬ್ಲೂ ಇಂಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ 13, ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಎಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ 13 ಇದೆ. ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ ನೋಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. ಅದು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಬಾಬಾ?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ಆಗ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಎ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೆಲೆವೆಂಟ್. ಯಾಕೆ? ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಮೇಗೆ ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಎಫ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ನ್ಯೂ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಟರ್ನ್ ಓವರ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎ ಅಂಡ್ ಇ, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆರ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಫ್ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಎ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟಾಕ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟಬಲ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟೂಡ್ ಬಾಬಾ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it easy? Is it easy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next. Last one is assets, asset based. Assets in crores. Total 1000 and 10% stop. Begade
100.
100.
600. Anything which is 10%, 600 is there. 160 is there. 140 is there. That is a beautiful example. I only find that. That means AEF birthday. No new segment is identified. Did you identify anything new here?
No,
So
sir.
here prakara. So 10% criteria that ಏನು ಬರಬೇಕು? 10% of the revenue ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಓದಬೇಕು. ಅಥವಾ 10% of the results in absolute terms ಹರ್ಷಿತಾ ಭಟ್ಪಾಲು, or 10% asset excluding income tax assets, deferred tax asset ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, and 50% ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಎಇಎಫ್ ಬಂತು. ನಾವು ವಾಪಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಎಇಎಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾತ್ರ ಟೇಕ್ ಎ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. ಯಾವ ಇಂಕ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ. ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಎಇಎಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? ಏಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 60 ಇದೆ. ಇ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? 7 ಇದೆ. 6 ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ?
6. Yes, sir.
6. ಈ
F6.
ಮೂರನ್ನ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ 60 + 7 + 6 ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು?
73.
23 of 100. Now second condition says, look at me. Look at me. And 75% criteria, at least 75% external revenue cover ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. But ಈಗ ನಮ್ದು ಕವರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು 73% ಮಾತ್ರ. In such a case, you have to identify any other segment which constitutes. So in example 1, 2, 3 same, AEF are reportable segment, but it does not cover 70% external revenue. 60 + 7 + 6 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ.
60 plus 1.
60 + 7 + 6, that is 73% is lesser than 75%.
75.
Therefore, select any other segment. Say C. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Become minimum 75%. ಇದು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. First, you have to go by 10% of the revenue. Next, you have to go by 10% of the results. Then you have to go by 10% of assets. All of you understood that clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So, as
sir.
ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಅದನ್ನ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ರೀಡು ಅಂತ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ರೀಡು. Anybody got to?
Gandu, sir. Gandu.
No.
Everybody must read. So revenue concentrate ಮಾಡಿ. Revenue ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಎಇ ಬಂತು, then result ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಎಎಫ್ ಬಂತು, then asset ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಎಇಎಫ್ ಬಂತು. When you see ಅದು ಆಯ್ತು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 70% ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ದೇ ಸೆಡ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಎನಿ ಸಚ್ ಸೆಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್, ವಿಚ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್. ನೀಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೈಯೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ AEF covered only 73%. You covered another C, probably to cover more than 75%. Artha aita?
Yes,
This is the
yes,
second
sir.
condition of reportable segment. Then last one is Roman number 3, handle or management choice. Management wants to recognize any other segment, they can always do it. More is never less in CA course. They want to disclose more and more. A 75% beautiful example. You know, assuming Wipro has 20 products or internal transfer ilve illa, each of them constitute 5% of the external revenue. 5% external revenue, 5% of profit, 5% of assets. Assuming hypothetically all of them, that means none of them will become reportable segment. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ? 10% revenue illa, 10% of profit illa, 10% asset illa, everything is below, nothing. Then entire year 17 LBW agalla, let the bugger wait anta. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ they said 75% external revenue must be covered in reportable segment. Ali?
Yes.
Repeat me.
There are so many. You know, the special item batta, Swiggy da. So illi, bari, illi gara mark madi. No, consider Wipro Group. Consider Wipro Group. having 20 items constituting what?
5%.
5% each. 5% each of total revenue / results / assets. Therefore, as per Roman number 1, as per 1 number 1 sutta, none of them will be RS. At least now you are understanding.
Yes.
None of them will be reportable segment. Report because everything is below 10%. Chaitanya, Puja, Chaitra, Arshita, Rashmi. Hence, Roman number 2. That is minimum 75% of the external revenue. Minimum 75% of the external revenue must be RS. Must be RS. Logic artha aitega?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
go through body. No, go through body.
Yes.
Everybody go through. Next, very important reading kali. Arka.
Yes,
Yes. Any segment which is covered under one above 10% criteria will be compulsorily reportable segment in the next year, whether it satisfies reportable segment criteria in that year. In this case, compulsorily A, E, F, and not C will be reportable segment in the criteria.
Once you come under 10% criteria, must be reported the next year. That's logically 10% materiality. Yes, this is one of the best examples. 10% direct select materiality. So if you are a reportable segment, are you listening?
Yes.
Next year you must report whether or not you satisfy the condition. So in the given exam, A, F we selected because of 10% criteria. C we selected because of Roman number 2 to match 75% criteria. Are you listening?
Yes.
Yes.
C is not a reportable segment. Yeah. The same thing. Segment reporting is nothing but P&L account and balance sheet account, column way. This is a bracket like a departmental account. The green tea is line place. So, really, now look at this. If you have got a multiple products and multiple areas, okay, segment reporting other the concept is that you should either go by. You must go by Priyanka, revenue product based and also area based. Product and area based. I have only one product, Panvida, only one area, Hanumannagar. Segment reporting is waste. You know, the one product, segment model, Panvida to Nugi therapist. Whereas if I got multiple products, Panvida is there, then chocolates is there, boost foods is there, then banana is there. Then you have to segment product wise. Only one area also product wise. Next, Panvida matra is there, but different. Usural, Tamil, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka. So area wise you have to segment. So single product, single area, no segment. In all other cases, segment reporting is must. Anything more than one is there, segment reporting is must. Catch up the yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the entire discussion go through body. One of my favorite starts here. Multiple products and multiple areas. That means product to just there, area just there. Segment reporting is must. Single product is there, multiple area. Area wise segment reporting put it. Bangalore is to Udupi is to Puttur is to Kodbo, Paduru Kodbo. Multiple products is there, but one area. So Hanumannagar, Panvida, Gupta, Jinta, Tigalaka, Podi. Single product and single is a mark ratingally not. Have you honestly understood Baba?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So segment can be either business segment where products and services are exposed to risk. Geographical segment of the area. Now very interesting. What is primary? What is secondary? Yes,
Yes, sir.
so look at this. United Breweries, Vijay Mallya. In Martana, juice. Juice. Price per bottle. Beautiful example. India, if I sell the beer, it is 50 rupees. Whereas if I sell outside India, it is 600 rupees. Difference is 550. If you sell whiskey, also it is 50 rupees, 60 rupees in India, whereas outside India 700. Here, if you look at the beauty, my dear friends, product does not make much difference, but area makes a difference. If the difference is more here, it is high, difference is higher due to geography. Segment based on geography should be primary segment. This artha agilla, parvagilla. Wait. Second example. Beer in India is 50, outside India is 60. That means whether you sell in India or outside India, beer doesn't make much difference. Next product in India, whiskey is 700, outside maybe 900, but difference will be hardly 200. Whereas beer in India is 50, whiskey in India is 700. The product makes a big difference and not the area. Here, product will become segment based on geography. Here the difference is based on the product. Here segment based on the business. Correction blunder. Segment athava product is a primary segment. Primary segment. So now all of you come back here. Geography, come back. Geography is a primary segment, semicolon. Product athava business is a secondary segment. Next. Iliano. Product is a primary segment, semicolon. Geography is a
Secondary segment.
secondary segment. You take, now all of you go to the table. Artha the difference in both. If area makes a difference, much difference, then area is what's Guru? Primary segment. Whereas product makes a difference, so product is the primary segment. Other one is the secondary segment. Everybody understood?
Yes,
Sir.
Chataki. Classification. Classification. 2 elements. Left side. Business segment. Product based. Right side. Geographical. Geographical. Geographical ಕೆಳಗೆ 2 RMS. Based on location. Based on location of customers. Within a bracket. Call center or BPO in Viligade. Call centers ಅಥವಾ BPO in Whitefield. Building one there, but all of them are working for different customers. Location of customers. Viligade ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ದೀಪ? Right side. You know, location of assets. ಆಲ್ಬೇಡ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಬರಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಾಂತಾರ ವಿಚಾರ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಂತ ಅಂತಾರೆ. Yeah. Location of what? Assets. Example, Goa unit, Pune unit, Coimbatore unit, etc. This is a classification. I spent a little extra time on this, important. Then, this is theory note. Either market theory can tell. Segment revenue includes what? Simple. One revenue. All revenue directly attributed to the segment. Then relevant portion of the enterprise, there is reasonably allocation, costing a little. Then revenue from transaction is other, then internal transfer. So, very direct, directly identifiable, allocable, direct, but the allocable, but the internal transfer. Next, wedding colleague does not include, make important, does not include extraordinary items ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, interest dividend income ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, profit on sale of investment ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡಿ ಅಕ್ಕ ಅವರೇ ಅಣ್ಣವರೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅದೇನೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈಬಲ್ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಅಪೋರ್ಷನ್ ಅಲೋಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಅದೇ ತರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಯಾರು ಸೇಮ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೆವಿನ್ಯೂ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಲಾಸ್. Segment assets again same definition. It do not include income tax assets. Hello, ಕೇಳಿದಂಗಿದೆಯಾ? Next liability. Disclosure is the entire standard, the disclosure standard. It representation of existing balance sheet paid account is columnar way. Departmental account ತರ columnar ಮಾಡೋದು, that is called AS70. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yes, sir.
AS80 is very simple. Related party disclosure. Disclosure ಅಷ್ಟೇ, calculation ಇಲ್ಲ. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ important, who is the related party definition. What is the related part transaction? But the RPD, ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲೇ. ನೀವು ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಬರ್ರಿ. ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನೇ.
Yes.
ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ. Related party disclosure ನೋಡಿ. Yes, 17 also reasonably I given here. Division metal 200 pages ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Related party disclosure ಪಕ್ಕ ಬರಿ. ಏನು? This deals with what? 3 RMRs. Related party. Next, related party transaction. RPT. Next, related party disclosure. Related party transaction, related party disclosure. Related party, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 2 RMRs. Left side, control based. ಯಾರೋ wife. Control based. ಅದರ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರಿ holding and subsidiary. ಇಡೀ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಇರೋದು. Right side, significant influence. Yaro? Girlfriend. She can only influence. You cannot control. Significant influence on financial and operating decisions. Financial and what? Operating decisions. So control based, Subiksha is not able to control the money. Control. Control based, holding disclosure is must. Whether or not there is a transaction. Whether or not there is a transaction. Right side. Significant influence. Disclose only when there is a transaction in the year. Step. Disclose only when there is a transaction in the year. And a beautiful example is first RMR category. Rutvik marries below control category. Rutvik marries Uama, but goes to South Africa for 5 years. Padimna, short analysis goes to South Africa for 5 years. Husband-wife relation always exists. Third, it may sound funny, stupid, but it's a correct example. They may be geographically different, but don't you think they're always husband and wife? So this is a control based. That means disclosure is a must. You should always say that I'm married. Yeah, right side. Ria and girlfriend Bayama. You know that semester scheme keep changing. Correct alva? This is a better example in there. Adipa, correct alva? Semester scheme keep changing. Disclose only if she's the girlfriend. How is the girlfriend alladre? Suppose she's married to someone, how would she show she was my girlfriend until that? Agadilvala. This stupid joke there. So Mr. X, Mrs. X, newly married, they suddenly meet Mr. X friend, Mr. Y. So Mr. X and Mr. Y suddenly meet her. So he introduces saying that she's my wife, ... Well, I know her. How do I know? So he says, both of us actually were caught sleeping in the class. So I know. So they were in the same class. They may be sleeping in the class. That's why they were caught. So semester scheme, ನೀವು ಪಾಪ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ in the class. ನೀವು in the class ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿ? That is about thinking. I can't help. Forgot to mind. So immediately. So girlfriend keeps changing. I cannot disclose. Very important. At least can you remember with the concept now? Control based. Wife always controls. Control based. Compulsory disclose. Okay. So at the Prithviraj's case, Prithviraj has put a board saying that I am the boss here. Everybody must listen to me. And then immediately secretary comes and says, "Sir, your wife called. She wants that board back." Your wife called her and she wants that board back. So she always controls. Whereas girlfriend keep changing. So that's why disclosure only when there is a transaction. So related party, ಅದೇ word ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಯ್ತು. Who is a control, who is a significant asset? In the previous batch ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು easily. Parent and subsidiary ಮಾಡಿದೀವ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Yes.
Holding subsidiary, joint venture, associates, key management person. Next, ಇದನ್ನ highlight ಮಾಡಿ. They are not said to be. ಕೆಳಗಿದ್ದು ನೋಡಕ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ. They are not said to be related party. ಯಾರೆಲ್ಲ? If there is a common director, they may not be. Single customer for you may not be. Now, am I related party to all of you because I'm a common teacher for all of you? Obviously not. Okay, just Atava. So all of us are having a bank in account in SBI. Sir, we are having same bank, we are all related party. Nonsense. That's not. It's a common financier, common lender cannot become trade union, government departments. Next, related party definition. Again, same word. ಯಾವುದು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಪ್ರಿವಿಯಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಾದರ್ ಅಟ್ ಎನಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಡ್ಯೂರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಪಂಚವರ್ಡ್ ಏನು ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಪಕ್ಕ ರೈಟ್ ರೆಫರ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಇರೋ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ
20%.
Make a circle for who is a relative. Related party, individual, spouse, daughter, related like that. No. This is what I said. Control based disclosure is a must. Whether or not there is a transaction, significance only when there is a transaction you should disclose. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ದೇವರಿಗೆ?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Push. ಇದೇ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಓಕೆ ನೋಡಿ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ PS9 ವರೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಇದೀರಾ ಬರೀ May 23 RTP ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 15 ಅಣ್ಣ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಕ್ಕ ಆರ್ ಯು ಅವೇಕ್
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 10% criteria ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಈಗ ನಾವು 10% of the revenue 10% of the all assets in absolute terms 10% of the all assets ಅದನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕುಯ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ
Yes, sir.
Ha, sir.
Next, whether the managing director is a related party, whole-time director is a related party, eageste only, MD is a related party, manager is a related party, key managing personnel, they are all related party. ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಯೂರ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರು
ನಾನು
ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು ಇದೊಂದು AS24 ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತೆ AS26 ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಥಿಯರಿ ಸೊ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದು ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ AS24 ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಥಿಯರಿ discontinuing operations ಖಾಲಿ ಥಿಯರಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಓಕೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ so that the investors will come to know that this company will not have this business tomorrow. Wipro, they had software and so many other activities, software, hardware, footwear, UR, don't wear, whatever. So many businesses they had. Now, when they decided to separate their software division, obviously investors would have otherwise thought, software is making good profit. They should be given information. That's why disclose. So it should be in a triple S manner. Okay. So substantially either by a single plan, ಅಥವಾ demerger ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ amalgamation ಎಲ್ಲ. Whenever there is a plan to discontinue, just disclose. This is about discontinuing operation. Also, part 2 to schedule 3.
P&L.
Statement of profit.
Statement of profit.
Profit and loss.
Base of the P&L. Idea.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Next, AS26, ditto AS10. I told you in group 1. They should actually put in group 1 only. AS10 go through model. All principles same. Cost model, revaluation model, depreciation model. ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
Amortization.
Cost minus scrap budget residual value ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Only difference is intangible assets you cannot see, you cannot touch, you can certainly feel it. Identifiable non-monetary assets. That's the definition. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ditto AS10. Present batch brackets ಬಿಡಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ. ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ? ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇದೆ. R2C. ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಏನು? ಥಿಯರಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡ, ನಾಳೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ. ತುಂಬಾ ನಾಳೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರಿಲಯಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಆಯ್ತು AS19 ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ
Same, sir. Page number 14.
Those 3 standards are important. ಅದು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾಳೆ ಮಾಡಿ. Yeah, discontinuing operations, make a circle. Part 2 to schedule 3, we had on the face of it. Underline discontinuing operations rather than discontinued operations. CA final only discontinued operation ಬಗ್ಗೆ focus ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ discontinuing. All of it listening?
Yes, sir.
Of all, substantially all, or major part. There are 2 important disclosures. One is called IDE, make a circle. Initial disclosure event. Initially, when they decide to disclose, other model, but the subsequent events. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಿಮಿಷ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Discontinuing operation means triple S, 3 RMRs through single plan, one activity, single plan, under that SPA. SPA is substantial sale of assets. P andre sale by piecemeal. Piecemeal ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Last one is abandonment. So this is the first yes. So ಇದು ಇದೇ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಇದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಓದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. So through single plan ಏನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಎಸ್ SPA. Second one ಏನು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ separate major line of business or area. If you're discontinuing business, major line of business or major area of business, separate. Second yes. ಒಂದು yes, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು yes, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು yes. Yes ಕೆಳಗೆ SPA ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಾ? Second yes ಏನು separate major line of business. Last yes single product discontinuation, technically not a discontinuation. One single product, pencil and discontinuation is not at the very not unless it is a major line of business. Artha kariya?
Yes.
So what you are discontinuing may be one part of the activity or business, etc. And now all the 3 adra kelage lipika, which can be distinguished operationally and for financial reporting purpose. Financial reporting purpose. The Paka also go through regular material theory. Only examples is there. Each item in the asset, liability, expense, income, right? Initial disclosure events. We're going to copy but the subsequent events. Artha Chandra. Next, AS26. Make a circle. Revision material bunny. Similar to PPE. Use the word amortization instead of depreciation. Intangible assets do not have physical substance. Underline. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು AS10 ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 1 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Disclosure same. ಅಲ್ಲಿ accumulated ಅದು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ accumulated depreciation ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಏನಂತೀವಿ accumulated amortization. Types of intangible assets: self-generated, not non-recognized, acquired you recognize, recognize make it bond mark. IEM ಏನು IEM ಅಂದ್ರೆ identifiable economic benefits are flowing and measurable. Very important. Normally you have to amortize over life. If life is unascertainable, over 10 years. Next, very crucial, research expenditure always debited to P&L account. Underline money. Research expenditure always debited to P&L account. Whereas development cost in material, development cost capitalized when traffic conditions are satisfied. Traffic in full form. Technical feasibility. Traffic conditions are technical feasibility. Technical feasibility is a traffic. spelling it PREFIC. Technical feasibility, resources available. Technical feasibility resources available, ability to use. Next, financially viable. Next, intended to complete and use. Intended to complete and then use. Last, cost can be measured reliably. CMR anta helidena. Helidna first group alli. Cost can be measured what? Ashita what? Reliably. Reliable. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. Disclosure same like AST. Okay na? Look at it. Intangible assets. Now AST I have taken almost 2 to 3 hours just to explain AST. All same intangible assets. Only thing is it is without some physical substance. And depreciation bottle amortization. Research cost is always dependable. Development is the next stage. Development can be capitalized if traffic conditions are satisfied. Technically, it is possible to do it. Resources should be available to do it. You should be able to do it, ability to do it. It is a non-short form, traffic another. Financially, it should be viable. After doing it, sooner it is going to be going to use. Intention to, you should be able to complete and use the same. And cost can be measured reliably. Any asset, CMR, okay, FEB matte CMR, any asset bar liability. Present batch or relax. FEB bar CMR. Okay, now. Any asset, FEB and future economic benefit bar the asset CMR cost can be measured reliably. Asset matter but liability asset. FEB bar liability. Idhanne barre aitu.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow your session is supposed to be at 11, but there is some uncertainty because of the accounting standard 9, postponement of the revenue recognition because the uncertainty arising at the time of raising the invoice. We have some meeting with the government officials maybe online or fix agilla. I will anyhow let you know short. More 11 o'clock in the middle of so after 11 maybe half an hour or maybe 11 to 4 in both, so half an hour extra. In between half an hour I may give it. So there is a plan. Thank you, including YouTube viewers.
Okay.